Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. No primal or guttural scream today, David J., because it's just game one of a series. Now, we win today. That's a series dub. Another series dub for your San Diego Padres, and then you'll get it tomorrow. Welcome in. We are Ben and Woods. It's 97.3 The Fan. It is Tuesday morning, a victory Tuesday, though, as it were. And we don't complain about wins on this program, even though there's some things to complain about, certainly, that happened in last night's game. We will get into all of those this morning. And Ben has updated me on an updated rule change that I had no idea about. And you'll tell us all about that fairly soon, I'm sure. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. It's like reading a Trajan Wealth ad. Paul Reindl is our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very slurpy for some reason at this point. Benjamin Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. How are you, Mr. Chairman?
I am good.
Yeah.
I went up to Front Wave Arena last night.
Oh, you did?
I did.
For the game?
I went pregame. I wasn't there for the whole game. It's late game. I wanted to make sure I could watch the Padres as well, but I was there as the Sockers were warming up for their championship, and I am pleased to report 17th ring
Unreal.
in place for your San Diego Sockers.
They get one from us.
Yeah.
There we go. Congratulations to the Sockers, our pal Craig Elston. You know, he's fired up.
We are we're not known as a sports championship town for good reason here in San Diego, but there is one major exception, and that is the San Diego Sockers, who are the kings of the indoor game once again. First title since 2022 as they beat the Milwaukee Wave 10-3.
I mean,
wasn't close.
Bodied them.
7-1 at halftime. Went on a cruise to the title. Champagne sprang in the locker room late last night.
Amazing.
I'm sure Craig is
I bet
hopefully still
it.
sleeping this morning after the party up there in Oceanside last night. So congratulations to the San Diego Sockers, bringing one of those rare titles here to San Diego.
Yeah, 2022. What a drought, as B. Wilson says. How were you guys able to survive this long without a ring, right? You feel like the Red Sox fans of a few years ago, Giant fans of a couple years ago. You're like, cool. Yankees fans in the 90s. You're like, man, things must be so hard for you. So hard. But congrats to Craig.
Have you been up to Front Wave?
Nah, not yet.
It's a great
That's
venue.
what I hear, man.
It's a great arena.
I
mean, no bad seats. It's modern. Got great food options up there. It really is worth it. If you haven't been to a Sockers game, I mean, next season, the Clippers, San Diego Clippers, or if there's a show or something up there, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're anywhere near the North County. Obviously, if you live down in Chula Vista, somewhere like that, it's a bit of a drive. It's way, way up there, but a very cool venue, and it's the first one for the Sockers since they moved from Pechanga up to Front Wave. So get one for the building as well.
That's pretty cool. No, it's
like I'm
lazy.
If you get off on the 5 for like Goat Hill and you just kept on going
Oceanside Boulevard East, or you can take the 78, get off at El Camino Real, and it's another 5-6 minutes to get there. It's definitely a hike to get up there, but you go in and still got that new arena kind of smell.
The modern look.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good spot, and it's small enough that you don't feel like going to be huge traffic or anything. It's a really cool venue.
I've heard nothing but great things. So at some point, my wife has been bugging me to take the kids up for a Clippers game, and they really like basketball now. And so I'm like, yeah, we'll do that. I mean, my son's had a flat tire on his bike for about 4 months, and you need to go down to Trek and get it. Oh, yeah, I will. That's just who I am. I'm sorry. I wish I was better. I'm trying my hardest every day to be better, but I'm not perfect. So, no, I haven't been to Front Wave. Is there any other venues you want to shame me about?
I'm not shaming you. A lot of people haven't.
I felt very ashamed.
It took me several months after it opened before I finally got up there as well.
No, I have not been out to training at SDFC either. Sorry.
That's another trek as well, going down south to Singing Hills.
Did you make it to a Mojo game yet?
I have not made it to a Mojo game yet.
You got to check them out, dude.
Carlos says, just change out the tube. Yeah, totally. I'll just change out the tube. That's what I will do. Me, Stephen Woods. I'll just change out the tube. Piece of cake.
Carlos, I tried to tell him, all you got to do is just change out the tube.
Just change out the tube. I've not been to a Legion game. I've not been to a Sockers match. Anything else? Anybody else want to put me on blast for anything this morning, Benjamin?
SDSU football game at Snapdragon Stadium.
No.
Gulls game this year, or in the last 3 years.
No.
Did you use your Seals season tickets at all this year?
No.
Did you go support UCSD basketball at all?
No.
Lion Tree, nice little spot on campus at UCSD.
Did you know that's where they play?
Have you been to the
Lion
Jenny
Tree?
Craig Pavilion before?
No.
You are a homebody, aren't you?
I am a homebody and a field body. That's where you can find me. If you need me, I'm at Ecke YMCA, Encinitas Community Park, or my home. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. I've decided I like sports, but I would rather watch sports on television.
We know.
I just like it. It's better for me. I don't like being out. I just don't. Do you know how much trouble I've gotten in my life just being out? It finds me. So I just stay home because I don't want to be in any trouble. I have been to the zoo many times. I love the zoo. Big fan of the zoo. I go down to the museums downtown. I've done that several times. So I try to make the scene a little bit there for the kids. But yeah. All right.
I think it's fair to point out that Woods is not a sportscaster.
No.
Okay,
no,
I am a sportscaster.
I'm a radio host
on television and radio. I have been to all of these venues. It is my job to go to many of these places and these events and cover them. It is not Woods' job to go and do a preview of the soccer's championship game at Front Wave Arena or cover practice at SDFC training at the Right to Dream Academy.
If you didn't have your television job, you wouldn't be at some of those events.
But some of them
you would still be at
some
half of them.
Yeah, no doubt. Ben says, did you stay up to watch the Padres game last night? Yeah, I did.
Mostly.
I did until they were like, hey, we're bringing in Mason Miller. I'm like, good night. He's they call him the Reaper, but I call him the sleeping pill because as soon as he comes in, I'm like, this is a dub. I can go to sleep. Now I missed some fireworks. I watched them this morning.
Not quite as automatic as it always is last night.
It's not quite as automatic. Had a little help from the umpires last night, which we will talk about. Crazy.
Like Ambien is a better nickname than Reaper.
Yeah, it really is. The sleep
go to sleep.
The sleeping pill is Mason Miller because you can call it a night when he comes in the ball game. He's been so automatic, but I like to be at home. I spent the majority of my 20s and 30s and even some of my 40s not at home, and this is a better fit for me to be at home with my family. To be at the baseball fields with my kids. That's where I belong. That's where I'm happiest.
I got you. Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
We got it covered.
I'm not worried.
We don't miss. I mean, no one catches everything. We miss stuff, but I think we catch all the major news and we represent ourselves well.
It's funny because I love baseball so much. I love it so much. If you forced me to go to every single baseball game, I would not like baseball anymore. The traffic, the parking, the walking, the sitting, the having to be quiet in the press box, the going down to the clubhouse. There's no way. I just couldn't do it. It's not for me. I like to watch the game on television, watch my favorite guys call the game, listen on the radio. We'll have one of those guys on the show today, Jesse Agler at 8:35. Jesse actually put me to sleep last night. So that's what I did. I turned the game off, but I put Jesse in my ears. And not saying he's boring or anything, but he's very soothing. And I went to sleep with the Odyssey app on in my ears. And he got it. He got it done.
He's so good at what he does.
He does. I have an update on a story from yesterday as well. So if you missed it, 8 o'clock hour, I am San Diego's concierge. And I got a very interesting concierge call. One of the most interesting ones that I've ever had from a dear, dear, dear friend who he's moved to North Carolina, but he's coming into town with his wife and she's pregnant. And so he's going to be staying in our condo. And so I said, no problem. So he calls me on Sunday and he says, hey, man, I know you already let us stay for free. Thank you. I said, okay. He goes, I have another small favor to ask. I said, sure. He said, he's like, I'm coming in a day later. Can you meet my wife at the condo and help her with her luggage? And I go, oh, yeah. What time? And he's like, well, she'll land in San Diego Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. And I go, Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. And she is going to get a rental car. And so I realized yesterday, I listened back to the story, and I kind of blew it because I was talking about make the Uber drive. Somebody said, make the Uber driver do it. And I said, well, there's not going to, and I thought there's not going to be an Uber driver. It's her. So she will have her luggage in the car. I would need to meet her there. My guess would be reasonably, my guess would be 11 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
Reasonably. And that's.
She said she wanted to get some food.
She said she wanted to get some food.
So
and I
rental car, the drive up to North County.
I just said, yeah, man. Okay, no problem. Well, then I brought it up on the air. And then you offered, if I wipe your Morrissey debt clean.
Well, you said you'd be willing to pay maybe up to $300 not to do it, which is right around my debt for Morrissey not showing up and me not ending up getting you a Christmas present.
Yes.
And I thought, well, this is my opportunity then in one fell swoop, in one 5-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
Stay up a little bit late, but
you're up late
to
anyway.
Absolutely give you the value you deserved for your Christmas present.
So I thought to myself, well, that's weird and awesome if he'll do that. And it might be weird from her. Again, guys, her husband has to work. So he's coming in a day later. He's not like she's just coming in, then his flight, he's got one thing to do, and then he's going to meet her, right? So she needs somebody to lift it in and out of the trunk, take it in. So I said, so I called my friend yesterday, and I said, hey, man, just so you know, we have a bit on our show I'm San Diego's concierge. And I told him the whole story. He was dying laughing. And he's like, oh, my God, it's incredible. And I told him the solution that Ben, trustworthy, reliable Ben, will meet her, get her all dialed in, get her luggage for her, help her out with whatever she needs.
Now, does your friend have a problem with Mr. Steal Your Girl over here picking up his wife at 11 o'clock at night?
You know, it's like I told him. I said, he's just the most trustworthy guy, so I wouldn't worry about that. And I said,
turn down surface? Do I need to?
I mean, I don't think you need to get creepy about it at all. All right. But I do think it's very kind offer on your behalf. And so I ran it by him and he goes, all right, let me check with her and I'll text you back. 10 minutes later, he's like, we're in. It's a great bid. And I said, okay, great. And she sent a picture. She said, San Diego Sherpa. So you are now San Diego Sherpa, Ben Higgins. So it's done. I'm off the hook. I hope it goes smoothly. I'll be middle manning both of you.
Get me on a text thread.
Get you on a text thread.
Give me the address of your condo.
Yes, sir. And so then you guys you'll be set.
Make sure they have a picture. What's her name? Well, you'll tell me.
I'll tell you.
That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Ben's getting off easy here.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Not me, man.
$300. You should make him go get the rental car, pick her up curbside.
No way, man. No way. No chance. No chance. I think that it's well worth. Like a couple hours of sleep for me is well worth.
I'd be happy to pick up the burrito for her and have it waiting if she'd rather just come straight to the condo.
She probably would like that very
Everyone
much.
has very specific, like when you've been dreaming,
you've moved away.
If you leave San Diego and you're coming back and you are dreaming, there's a very specific burrito, not just a carne asada or a California or a bean and cheese. It's a specific burrito from a specific taco shop that you've been thinking of for years, months or years. Yeah. And that is exactly the one you want. You don't want Roberto's if you want Roberto's.
That's exactly right.
you want the exact burrito you've been dreaming of.
It's weird, man, because there's those local flavors that if you live somewhere and you move away, it haunts you. And there's a place in Chicago, and we're going to go. We've got 2 trips to Chicago planned. One is a show, one is a half show later on in September. And there's this restaurant up in Evanston by Northwestern that if I don't get to it, I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to die. It's been so long. And I'm so nervous that they're going to close and I'm going to miss one last opportunity to go to this cafe up by Northwestern. And it's not going to time out when we're there. I don't know how we would feasibly do it. It's just not going to work because we're working every day. I mean, I would have to get up at 6 a.m., I think. I don't know what time they open. I think we'll be on the air. Like,
what's it called?
It's called Cafe Sarkis, Sarkis. And it's so legendary. And
Sarkis Cafe.
Sarkis Cafe. The guy that used to own it, this is great.
They open at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. So you'd walk in, and let's say it's Wednesday. And you're like, you know what? Give me 2 ham Lorettas and hash browns and a Coke. And he'd be like, hey, buddy, good to see you. We do $12. Okay, great. Give him his $12. Next day you go in. Hey, Sark, how you doing? Let me get he's a Greek guy. Let me get 2 ham Lorettas, hash browns, and a Coke. Okay, $19 for you, sir. And you're like, I was here yesterday, and it was $12. You've just jacked me for $7.
His mood impacts the price of the food on any given day.
100%. And I'm telling you guys, this is not hyperbole.
No ham Loretta for you.
Yeah, I wake up on a Sunday morning sometimes almost in tears that I can't go get one. And it's been a decade.
What is ham Loretta, by the way? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
Wait till you shovel one of these things into your gullet. Both of you.
What's it like? What is a ham Loretta?
It's on the website. It's the greatest thing you've ever had. It's French bread cut open, like, thin. And there's this white cheese, and then this ham, and then there's very finely diced onions, green peppers, and tomatoes. And then there's the seasoning on top.
Like an open-faced sandwich?
And then you close it and you wolf it.
Okay.
And with the hash browns, Ben.
You can eat 2 of these.
2. I ate it one time, 3 times in one day. I had 6 in one day one time. That's how much I love this place. And I cannot. There it is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can taste it right now. Genuinely, it's like you're showing me a picture of a dead relative.
I don't know why that seems like a very odd thing to be missing and craving.
Yes. Wait till you eat it. Wait.
All right.
Until you eat it.
I'm gonna I'll give you the benefit that it tastes better than it looks.
It looks incredible. It looks incredible. Oh, yeah, I can smell it. I can taste it. So that's I totally get what you're saying. And yeah, maybe if she's like, oh, just grab me a simple, Roberto's carne asada. Yeah, it'd be great.
Like, I have a buddy that used to live down here with me for like 6 years. He moved back up to Washington. If I fly up to Seattle, he's usually one of the guys that'll pick me up, and I'll text him ahead of time because he will say, I'll pick you up. I'll drive to the airport and get you, but you have to go to Trujillo's on your way to the airport and throw a burrito in your luggage, and that will be my payment. I'm like, done.
So you put a burrito on a plane?
You just put it in the bag, put it in a bag, and put it in your. You put it in a different compartment.
Doesn't it stink?
It smells like a delicious burrito.
Yeah, but the burrito smells pretty good unless you didn't order a burrito and you don't want a burrito.
And by that point, it's probably once it cools off, burrito doesn't smell that bad. Then you got to reheat it.
That's how bad that's how bad the Jones is. You're like, I will take an ice cold burrito.
I told him, I was like, it's going to be sitting there for like a few hours,
like rotting in its own beans.
Like minimum for me to like go there, get to the airport in time, the flight, picking up, like. We're talking like about 5-6 hours probably. And he's like, I don't care. I'll reheat it. And he's done it every time.
Oh, somebody said there's something called the burrito tote. Somebody said, go buy the burrito tote. Best invention ever. So it's a little thing that you can tote a burrito in.
A little insulated
like a tube that you put your burrito in.
You know how they would wear those quiver. What do they call them? Where you put your arrows
in?
Yeah,
quiver.
The quiver. And it's just across your chest. It's a burrito quiver. I'm all in on that.
Yeah, it's like a little koozie for a burrito.
Yeah, a little koozie.
Sarah says, and this seems accurate, your ham Loretta looks like a ham sandwich with pico de gallo.
Okay.
That's exactly what it looks like.
You can mock all you want.
That's exactly what this thing looks like.
God, it's so elite. Do you know that I would pummel you with an inch of your life to have 2 of those in front of me right now?
You just want it so badly.
I would pummel you. Whatever they asked me to do, I would do. I would poop in the studio just to get my hands on one of these right now. So yeah, I can totally relate to that. But thank you for doing that. I'll get it all set up today. Again, I even have to concierge that move. I'll set the whole thing up. But thank you so much for doing that. You have saved my life.
We've got an interesting back and forth game last night to talk about. We will get to our Padres wrap-up of a 9-7 victory over the Chicago Cubs coming up in our next segment. We will set the menu for the Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods, a Jesse Agler Tuesday. Got the Incorporator coming up. We'll let you know what we've got for you as we head toward 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining us, Tier 1s. Waking up early, San Diego. Championship morning for the Sockers as well with Paul Reindl, Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He did little. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Line on fire here in the
It
chat.
is
My God, guys.
smoking.
Jeez.
Like I said,
Where is the best California burrito in San Diego?
Paulie,
Like, honestly, though.
How dare you, dude? How dare you do this right now?
everybody has their favorite spot.
Yeah, man. What's yours, by the way?
I like the bean and cheese at El Pueblo, right there, the one off Birmingham
Okay.
at the gas station.
Gas station's elite. I like
really
it too.
solid bean and cheese burrito.
What's the place I like?
How do I know which place you like?
You know, it's the one in the Vaughn's parking lot.
Oh yeah, you like
why can't I think of it? I'm just blanking.
Oscar, not Oscars.
No, I love Oscars. By the way,
Jorge's.
Jorge's, yes.
Mexicatessen.
Jorge's, as Bo calls it.
Jorge's.
Dad, can we go to Jorge's?
Chicken soup is elite.
It's so fantastic.
I've always been a big fan of Lolita's. I'm sad that the one by the ballpark closed. It was always a great option
it
right
was a
outside Petco
Good
Park.
little hang. Yeah, we had so many business type lunches and meetings.
It was a
there.
great spot to like
Pre-game.
go down and exactly. Grab
Yeah.
a bite before the game.
I'm
El
with you.
Pollo Grill is a really good option for a great chicken burrito.
Yeah,
In Lemon Grove there. But I mean, there's so many good burrito spots.
Legitimately, I've been here 15 years. Legitimately, I've ordered maybe 3 in the entire time where I went, that's terrible. Like that is absolutely
Yeah.
dog-esque,
It's not
terrible.
mixed together well.
The carne asada is chewy and old. But I'm telling you, that's 3 out of 100,000. That's been pretty good.
L619 Umberto's on 25th. That's my work spot.
That's
Channel 10.
tier ones
I
there.
go there quite a bit, which is a great option.
Vaughn says he's had to defend this before. Who gets a bean and cheese burrito after the age of 8?
I agree with Vaughn.
Really?
100%.
I
think
will
it's
get-
weird. Every time that in 8 years, every time that you
He's
have
mentioned
said,
it.
you always mention bean and cheese burrito as one of your favorite. And I am judging you. But every time you've said it out loud, it sounds strange to me.
It's not the only thing I get. I will get carne asada. I will get carnitas. I'll mix it up. But if I think you really want to judge a taco shop on their quality,
The bean and cheese
the
burrito.
bean and
You've
cheese
said that
is the
for years.
way to do it.
I think
No,
it's
I
carne
disagree.
asada, to be honest
I
with you.
say a carne asada burrito or a California burrito because I think how they cook their French fries is also very telling of the rest of their menu.
That is true. The
It's
French
true.
fries can up a place's game for sure.
I mean, I am such when I go because I can't eat it a bunch. I my hands swell up. I don't feel good. I get a headache. I love it, but it's like for me eating burritos is it's like going out and deciding to drink.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like. I'm like, you're going to suffer the consequences, but I'm in. Yes, we will go to Jorge's right now and crush a thing. I will oftentimes try to get the kids bean and cheese burrito as like a dessert. So the
bean and cheese burrito sounds
I
like
also like it. I also like it, but I don't order it as my main.
Yeah.
It's never my main.
that sounds like
it's
let's
always
go
a
to this new
dessert.
pizza place and I'm gonna get a slice of cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
And I will also admit, it feels a little smaller. So if I wanted to get rolled tacos, like I can't eat a California burrito
there you go.
and get some rolled tacos,
Yes, yeah.
but I can get a bean and cheese burrito and get 3 rolled tacos with guacamole.
Man, it's good. It is good.
I've done
Now,
that. I'm like, I can't do a burrito and rolled tacos,
Yes.
but if I do one regular like fish taco
And then I can get the
3
rolled tacos, yeah.
How about a burrito stuffed with rolled tacos?
I've had the
They have
2-in-1. They have it at Lolita's. It gets there's just a little too much tortilla chew
Do you
in
think
the
so?
one inside of it for me, but I've tried it.
I really like Las Olas a lot. We go there all the time, and my kids love Las Olas too. Beautiful. You're looking at the water. They have the carne asada Azteca tacos that are outstanding. So yeah, I mean, I got my spots. Now I'm starving.
Yeah.
So Paulie, if you would order a couple of breakfast burritos that we can whack up amongst the 3 of us, that would be great because this is not going to work for me.
I think all of San Diego
Is right now like
it's
you know
just
what?
all of a sudden the orders for burritos this
Yeah.
morning are through the roof. Everyone's going, "What's going on here?"
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday.
right.
It's also an Incorporator Tuesday. Jesse Agler
it.
will join us coming up at 8:35 this morning on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. We can talk about last night's game. His trip to Mexico was a long road trip. I know it was only 8 games, but
No,
with a
that's-
couple of off days, 3 cities,
Travel.
long road trip. The Padres seemed very happy to be back in San Diego last night. Pretty exciting game. We'll get into that in just a second. Have our usual features like Don't Do This at 7:20. We've got Take on Woods at 8:20, chance to qualify for the field level seats for the Padres-Phillies game at Petco Park on Memorial Day. Reindl Report headlines in our final hour. Want to talk about San Diego State basketball, their new
addition.
New addition yesterday.
Interesting one.
Ryan Dutcher is looking at the landscape and going, well, if everyone else is doing it, I better follow suit.
Yep.
And they have recruited to come to San Diego State a 23-year-old European professional basketball player from Croatia to fill out the roster for next season.
Guy just wanted to finish up his degree in a nice place. I don't know what we're making a big deal out of. Who wouldn't want to come here and finish up their degree? And, if you're here, play
does
a
he
little
have
basketball.
eligibility or
Yes,
does
he
he
does.
not?
Yes, he does.
So, college sports is just weird nowadays. But if they're going to get beaten over the head by other teams' 23-year-old professionals from Europe, they're going to get one of their own next season to see if they can compete in the new Pac-12. So we can talk some San Diego State hoops as well as we go toward 10 o'clock. But I really want to get into last night's game, the ups and the downs, the controversial call in the ninth inning that may or may not have cost Mason Miller his scoreless inning streak. And we'll tell you why it was absolutely the wrong call. It really was. There was some debate last night. I think the debate is over. We can tell you why. That is all coming up next. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods. Highlights incoming after traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Escondido to San Diego, you're moving pretty well. Southbound on the 15. El Cajon, westbound on the 8. Earlier debris in the road, that's gone past Magnolia. San Diego traffic, I'm Joey Flasney.
Traffic brought to you by Caltrans Asset Management. Caltrans Asset Management work continues this weekend on northbound 805 with the closure of all lanes from State Route 52 to Miramar Road on May 1st at 9 p.m. to May 4th at 5 a.m. Expect delays and use Interstate 5 for travel north of University City.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
Merrill swings, hits it hard through the right side, and a base hit. Laureano being waved at third base on his way. Suzuki's throw home, not going to be in time. RBI single, Jackson Merrill, and the Padres take a 1-0 lead in the first. Carousel is off. The 3-2 to France is in the air to deep left center field. Conforto's back into the gap. It'll one-hop over the wall. It'll be a rule book double. 2 runs will come in to score. The Padres will be stolen 1 run by the rule book. But the Pods add on. It's 3-0 here in the first inning. Ty France comes through. Swung on, hit in the air to very deep right field. The reprieve was short-lived, a grand slam for Moises Ballesteros. His 5th home run of the season. And the Cubs go ahead now. For the first time tonight, it's 5-3. A no-doubter over the old wall in right field. Here's the 2-2. Castellanos, a ground ball up the middle. Kicks off the mound into center and a base hit. Machado scores to tie it. Here comes France. The throw from Crow Armstrong is not in time. Throw to second, not in time. Dick Castellanos breaks out. A 2-run single to put the Padres ahead. It's 6-5. 2 on and nobody out. Here's the 2-1. Grant swings, bangs it on the ground toward third. That's a fair ball beyond the dive of Bregman. Kicks around towards left field. Bogart's on his way home. It now gets behind Shaw, and Duhar will score. 2 runs are in. France heading for third. The slide, the tag, he's safe. Ty France brought 2 home in the first. He brings 2 more home in the 7th, and it's 8-5. Gavin swings, launches one deep to right field. Way back, gonna go. How about another? Gavin Sheets with his 4th of the year, and the Padres add on. It's 9-5 here in the 8th.
It's a good win for the Padres against a really good Chicago Cubs team. So feel really good about the end result for us.
100%.
He feels good about the end result.
Who doesn't?
Should feel good about the offense, about different guys contributing. Craig Stammen continuing to mix up his lineup, his starters, giving Nick Castellanos a rare start now, and he comes through with that huge go-ahead 2-run single in the bottom of the 5th inning. That was just one of the ups and downs of last night's game, which started differently than almost every Padres game this season. Through the first 27 games, Padres had scored 3 total runs in the first inning. Total.
Yeah.
They matched that last night with a 3-run first inning off lefty Matthew Boyd.
It was awesome.
One stat that I didn't realize until after the show yesterday. Padres still have not hit a home run off a left-handed pitcher this season.
We're going to set all kinds of records for lack of home run prowess, I think, this year.
That's kind of nuts. And the Padres do have the fewest at-bats against left-handed pitchers of any team this season. But when you have Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado and Ramon Laureano and Nick Castellanos and Miguel Andujar, at some point you feel like they're going to make contact against a lefty and it's going to go, but they still don't have one. Did get the 3-run first inning and then turned things over to Randy Vasquez, who gave up the home run to Seiya Suzuki in the second. Suzuki's hot. I think that's his 5th home run in 7 games. Which is understandable. And then the top of the 3rd comes around, and just like German Marquez on Saturday's game in Mexico, gets 2 outs, nobody on, and then in the span of about 4 minutes has given up 4 runs, this time on the grand slam by Moises Ballesteros.
He's awesome, by the way.
Part of it's certainly on Randy. There was a play that could have been made by France at first base. There was a, tough at bat, I think, that ended in a walk. It was good offense by the Cubs, and Ballesteros just absolutely ambushed a first pitch slider that was up and murdered it. That's a big
kid.
Human being.
He's like, isn't he like 5'8", 350? I mean, he is a tank, man. Like, he's got he's a good hitter.
But for some reason, Padres almost seem to prefer being behind this season.
It's very weird, man.
Like when they're ahead, things don't look as good. When they're behind, everyone just kind of locks in and goes, okay, let's get to work and get it done. And the Padres did that with the rally in the 5th. Got one back in the 3rd.
I thought that answer back
that
in the
one
3rd,
run.
I thought that was huge.
It is interesting. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was an Andujar fielder's choice grounder that got Manny around after he had doubled.
Manny doubled, and then broken bat, gets the run in. You don't have a huge inning, but you got one back.
It does feel like that one run is so important. In like, okay,
they score 4, you got to answer.
Yeah. It just announces this game is far from over.
We're not done.
That's what it just feels like. The game is far from over. Doesn't mean you're going to win. It just means there's plenty of baseball to be played.
We have been covered, and we have covered, and Padre fans certainly have had the despair, the feeling of despair when your team, it wasn't really so much 1 run, it was 2 or 3. And you would go, my night's over. If I want it to be, I'm probably good. It's the 5th and we're down 3. I'm good. If I got stuff to do, or maybe I'll spend a little extra time with the boys. We've been through those seasons. This is not one of those to this point. It's certainly not. You do not feel that this team is out of it, and they've been fighting and clawing every single night, man.
So Randy Vasquez makes it through 5 innings, gives up the 5 runs, but just 5 hits, struck out 4, and actually was in line for the win because of that Castellanos single when they went up 6-5. The bullpen from that point did a nice job with Adrian Morejon and Jason Adam combining for 3 shutout innings, and the Padres would add on, as you heard the highlight, Ty France capping a 4 RBI night with a 2-run triple into the corner.
Man.
Ty France,
great AB,
is playing really good baseball right now.
He really is, man. You feel comfortable and confident when he's playing first and when he's in the lineup.
And he had to play 3rd in the game last night as well because a bit concerning. Manny Machado had to leave the game following the 6th inning and had a couple of leg out doubles that he slid into second, and Craig Stammen addressed it after the game, said no real concern, just precautionary, take him out of the game. Felt a little something, but they're not expecting anything serious with Manny. Even if it was, we'd never really find out about it because Manny would just keep putting himself into the lineup. Don't want to lose Manny right now, though, because he is swinging the bat quite well. He did bring, I was wondering if those home runs from Mexico would carry over into San Diego. The swings certainly looked like they did for Manny Machado last night. So hopefully he doesn't miss any time. Gavin Sheets comes in as a defensive replacement on that switch and then ends up hitting the home run in the 8th inning to give him a little more insurance, which you wouldn't think you need with Mason Miller as your closer.
Put me right to sleep.
And first of all, I was not sure if Mason Miller was coming into the game because it was no longer a save situation when Gavin Sheets hit the home run. They gave him a 4-run lead at 9-5. There also wasn't a lot of time to get someone else up. It was 2 outs, nobody on. It was a 3-run game. Mason Miller was warming, getting ready to come in. And then Gavin Sheets hit the home run. Now it's a 4-run game. So they got Bradgley up to maybe go in instead, but it was like 1 pitch later and the inning was over. And I don't think maybe Bradgley was warmed up yet. So they decided to stick with Mason Miller. Comes out, no corn, not a save situation. I saw people in the chat go, you need to always play that when Mason Miller comes into the game.
I think I agree.
I tend to agree.
I disagree. Because then you end up with a situation like Edwin Diaz in the playoffs where you're playing his music.
Weren't they up or down?
They were
9
down
or something.
They were down
like ridiculous
5 in the 9th inning, and they played it, and it was sad.
But if you're up
4 is totally different than down
any
5.
lead whatsoever,
any lead.
But what about a tie game? Do you play it when he comes in a tie game?
Yeah,
what about
100%.
down 1?
Yeah, that's a huge leverage moment. High leverage moment.
What if you're down 1 in a huge leverage moment in the playoffs?
Yes.
Get the fans
now
into
we're
it.
starting to get into the territory of, okay, this is just sad. You're losing and you're bringing
Why
in
don't
your
you
closer.
not worry about how other people fan?
Do they still?
We made fun of the Mets for
We
playing
did.
their closers' music.
We did.
I'd make fun of the
losing
Padres if they
situation.
did that down 5 and tried to make a big deal about it. I would rip them the next month.
If you're 0 for 18, do you still get your walk-up song?
You do.
Okay. So then, yeah, just keep it uniform. Now, I'm in a bad slump, so they're not playing my walk-up song for me.
Imagine.
You just walk up there in silence.
You're down 6. You're 0 for your last 12.
I mean, I respect they established the rules. It's only for a save situation. That's when they play it in a save situation.
How
I
about this?
respect the rules.
How about whatever he wants?
He doesn't care. He wouldn't have any music whatsoever if he came.
Give a rat's ass.
Maybe
about
he likes it.
Anything but Dubs is that guy. I love it. His comments after the game were great. Bill says, non-save situation. Why do managers use closer in the 9th? I thought you explained it pretty well. It was a save situation until it wasn't with one swing. And so at that point, again, not enough time to get Bradgley ready after you already had Mason hot. But I will say this. If you go and look at the Padres bullpen usage, guys, it's very obvious. There's the top 3, and then there's the bottom 5, right? They want to keep those guys separate if they can every single day. Like, for example, Morhone went a little extra last night. Jason Adam went a little extra last night. And Mason Miller went 21 pitches. That is we have a lead. I'm going to secure this win slot, lane, whatever you want to call it. Those are your 3 guys. Then you go to Marinaccio, Bradgley, Wandy, and David Morgan. Those are your other guys. I'm not going to say A team/B team, but if that explains it a little bit better, your A team last night was an A team game. Today, probably going to have to be a B team game with maybe a little sprinkle of an A guy in there.
If you can save Mason Miller for another day, I had no problem.
You've already gotten him hot.
If you had time to get someone ready, but you don't want to put in a guy who's not ready in a 4-run game in the 9th inning. Because remember,
look what happened to Mason Miller, who gave up 2 runs.
And I will agree. This was a Mike Schilt, something he told us, I believe, in a 4-run game, because he usually used Robert Suarez in a 4-run game, and we said why. Because, well, with the 3 batter minimum, you can't take a guy out until already the tying run's at the plate.
He could have walked the bases loaded.
If I bring in one of my lesser relievers and he doesn't have it, I can't do anything about it until the other team's already got momentum and they've got maybe a slugger up with the bases loaded. And now I'm bringing in my closer and I'm putting him in a horrible situation.
Yeah.
So why not just bring him in at the beginning of the inning? I certainly understand that argument. Shouldn't usually matter, especially with Mason Miller on the mound. But the first batter he faced, Matt Shaw, it's a dribbler down the left field, down the third baseline. Ty France, who is now playing third, waits on it. It is rolling along the dirt. It crosses the chalk. And then after it crosses the chalk, barely, but crosses the chalk, and the umpire is running out there and standing right over it. He picks up the ball.
Okay.
In foul territory.
I've watched it 3,000 times. I know everyone wants to get on the umpire for this, and you'd be right to do it. You know who I'm blaming for this? I'm blaming Ty France and his weird
I mean, he picks it up with the two fingers,
but
and then
he drags it. He looks like he drags it foul.
He does look like he moved it.
You ever see the guy do 3-card Monty on the streets? And I looked at that and I go, why did you do that? He just yanked it. He kind of yanked it, and I think that's what freaked the umpire.
It looked like maybe he thought it was wobbling, going to go back fair, so he wanted to grab it before it did.
Just go straight up, grab it, fork it, and go straight up.
Yeah.
He did the sleight of hand.
But you are supposed to touch it foul, and he waited. He's standing right over it. He waited until it was foul, and then he touched it.
Okay, I have a simple solution. Review it. Make it reviewable.
So from that angle, it's a little hard to tell. But from the other angle, you can clearly see that there is room between the chalk and the dirt. There is dirt right there. That ball is foul. And while A.J. Cassavell tweeted at the time, if part of the ball is like that, the bulge of the ball is over the line, even if it's not touching the dirt, that's a fair ball. They changed that rule in 2018, and he acknowledged it later. If there is dirt, if the bottom of the ball is touching foul territory, that's a foul ball. So there's no doubt in anybody's mind after watching the replay, it was a foul ball. It was a foul ball.
Straight up.
Why is it not reviewable? My only feeling is that if you are a major league umpire, there should be absolutely no way you ever miss that call, so it would be a waste of time to review it. I can only say that the home plate umpire probably shouldn't be a major league umpire if he didn't get that one right.
And that should still be reviewable, even if he misses a call that he should make 99 out of 100 out of 100 times.
I don't like. Okay, fine. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all susceptible to the naked eye. They make so many incredible calls in the big leagues where I go, how the F did you see that glove nick that cleat? And maybe it's a guess. A lot of the times it's educated
hearing,
but I'll tell you, like, it's going to be okay. Your ego will be fine. Even if it's a simple call where you're standing over it and you see something different. If you can stop making things not reviewable,
now I will
make it reviewable.
I will give Ty France credit and say he could have done with his glove, but that kind of hides it.
That hides it.
He did it. Tried to do it with two fingers.
I'm not criticizing him at all. He did what he was supposed to do.
He picked it up foul.
Like
he did do the funky move.
Sure,
and it looked. I could see why that guy got fooled.
That should not be enough to have the result be an incorrect call.
If you don't want these conversations, baseball. If you don't want the umpire will get mocked on an overturn, but he'll be mocked for 1 second. Everyone will forget about it. When this happens and this gets pushed through, now you've got a 24, 48-hour news cycle about the very egregious call that you made. If you review that play last night, it's over in 3 seconds. You're done. It's over. Everyone forgets it.
Yeah.
After further review, the ball was picked up foul. Foul ball.
Cubs fans
strike one.
can't even argue it.
You can't argue it.
And everybody moves on and the inning continues. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
Now, we don't know what would have happened. Maybe Matt Shaw hits a home run on the next pitch if it is ruled foul. We have no idea. But we do know it gave the Cubs a little bit of life. They followed with two singles, legitimate singles, that Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, it was those were definitely hits. And then they scored on the ground ball, ending Mason Miller's scoreless streak at 34 2/3 innings.
Really good point here. Well, no. A point I think that was brought up after the game. Honesty 11 says, the issue wasn't the fair call. It was Stammen not going off and getting ejected. If not, then when?
So I want to address that. Yep. And we are going to, coming up in our next segment.
Yeah, stay right here.
Craig Stammen was asked about that. It could have been his first ejection of his big league managerial career, but it wasn't. And he had a very specific reason as to why he didn't go off and get ejected in that situation. We'll hear why from Craig Stammen and talk about the reason why the umpires probably did more to help the Padres in that game than hurt the Padres. Coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. It's very easy to explain, and it makes a lot of sense, Benjamin.
All right. First, Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And in many ways, the manager of a baseball team is the defense attorney for his players.
That's right.
He's the one who goes out and makes the argument on behalf of the players who really should be locked in and focused on the game. We're talking about the foul ball call, fair ball call that hurt Mason Miller in the ninth inning. Padres went on to win yesterday, but I got some tweets and messages asking why didn't Craig Stammen get ejected in that situation? Why did he not go to bat? Is he too soft to be a major league manager? Should he have gotten more in the face of the umpires and defended his team in that situation? I do believe there are absolutely areas in which a manager needs to go out and get ejected, especially when one of his own players feels like they've been wronged or slighted by something, and that gives the player a chance to feel like they've been heard out on the field.
Sure.
I'm not sure. Like Ty France, no one was saying Ty France did anything wrong there.
No.
They didn't throw Ty France out of the game for doing something illegal. They just simply called it a fair ball. Ty France was confused, but
he wasn't even super demonstrative.
He wasn't even mad.
No.
So the only person out there who really you're going to bat for is your pitcher in that situation, Mason Miller. You just put a runner on base. What should I do about it? Should I go out there, make a big stink, and show that I've got Mason Miller's back and I will get ejected when the umpires do him wrong on a situation like that? Well, Craig Stammen was asked that question after the game, and here's what he had to say about the whole situation.
Can you take us through the fair foul ball? What you saw?
I mean, yeah, from the dugout, really far away. We trust that our players are, watching the ball. Ty's picking it up, at the right time. We thought it was still moving. It was probably getting to the last revolution. And then obviously we saw the replay on the scoreboard, and in that angle made it look like it was a foul ball. But according to the umpire, his angle was obviously probably better. He thought it was a fair ball.
So even when you went out and talked, he maintained it was correct.
Fair ball, yeah. And they asked the third base umpire, and he said the same thing. It wasn't much of a conversation between the two. They both thought it was fair.
How did you not get? I mean, some managers, maybe most, would have gotten tossed.
Yeah, I think in that situation, I'm thinking about my closer on the mound. And, you can talk about all the things. I don't know if the scoreless streak went through my head at that point, but it was about what puts him in the best situation to finish the game properly without me calling a timeout on him and stalling him. That was my main concern. I thought if I went crazy and wild, that wasn't going to help us win the game.
4-run lead. Mason Miller's on the bump, right? No need to ice him. No need to. I'm fine with that explanation. It's not even a question. And I don't think, again, it's an egregious call in that I'm looking at it right now, the still shot. It's an inch away. It's an inch foul, easy.
How do both umpires, how do they meet and both? Is that one guy I didn't really see it, so I'm going to have my guy's back?
I think so. I think the third base umpire simply didn't want to
cause an issue.
Embarrass the home plate umpire if he saw it differently.
How do two people see that?
And again, it's very obvious when it's still, as it's moving and wobbling, it does make it a little more, confusing. I think when you're looking at it, both of those umpires are looking at the videos today and feeling quite silly.
I guess for me, it comes down to you have to trust the major leaguer, right? The guy who is the elite of the elite, who has been doing this his entire life. And if Bo gets that play at third base, you tell him, touch it when it goes foul. Yeah. You have to assume that he's not that stupid to wait and grab it while it's still on the chalk. Right. You know what I mean? He knows exactly what to do.
But sometimes balls don't go foul, and it's worth trying to fool the umpire and make it look like maybe it was foul. If you thought it was going to be on the line and it wasn't coming off the line, you might try to swat at it to make it look like
you ever see Manny run by and swat that one, swat it down the line all the time.
So there is situations where it's never going to go foul, and the player is going to try to fool the umpire to make it look foul. And I think, as you kind of brought up, Woods, I think that's what he thought Ty France was doing. He was trying to deceive him into making it look foul when it wasn't. when he was actually, it was foul and he wasn't trying to be deceptive. But
so the umpire's ego got in the way and said, "Oh, you're trying to fool me. Now I'm going to make this call."
I think it did a little bit. But as for Craig Stammen, I think he thought about his player and went, okay, so I'm out here arguing on behalf of who? Mason Miller. What does Mason Miller want me to do? Does he want me
so I
to
can pitch?
Does he want me to yell, kick dirt, get ejected, stop the game for 3 or 4 minutes? Because once he gets ejected, then he's got to scream at the umpire for another minute or two before he slowly walks off the field. Or does he want me to get back to the dugout and let him get back to his inning and doing what he does? And I think Craig Stammen thought about it and made the right decision there to not go off the rails in arguing with the umpire.
Do you think Mason Miller gives a frog's fat ass that he gave up a bleeder single to Matt Shaw?
I don't think he cares that he gave up a run.
I don't think he does either.
I think he's glad they won the game, and I think he's kind of secretly glad that the streak is over and no one is going to have to talk about it anymore.
Correct.
He got the record for the Padres.
It was fun for all of us, but I understand why he would be wanting
I don't
that
think he
behind
really
him.
cared about trying to chase down Oral Hershiser in another, 25 innings at some point and setting some sort of major league record. And now it's over, and he's got an ERA. It actually is a 1.26 ERA.
It's
amazing how quickly it happens. I mean, Mason Miller, who has been so dominant, now has a higher ERA than, Aroldis Chapman. He has a higher ERA than Robert Suarez of the Atlanta Braves, who's got a .76. He's got the same ERA as much heralded St. Louis Cardinals closer. Anybody? Riley O'Brien.
Oh, he's nasty.
One place he's nasty, but no one's ever heard of him.
Hey!
That's how quickly, a reliever's ERA can go from 0 to something that doesn't look quite as shockingly good.
Yeah, it's listen, it's going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. It happened. He said, "quote We don't have to talk about it anymore." But the beauty of it is, you get to start another one. I love his overall mentality about everything. He said, "A call is what it is." Thought I saw something different, but he's a lot closer than I was. I think everybody in the stadium had an opinion. Ultimately, it's only his that matters. It's the cards that were dealt. I love that, man. And he's like, "Look, Padres won. That's all I care about."
And while the egregious call that went against Mason Miller and the Padres in the 9th inning is the one that we've spent the most time talking about, in reality, the home plate umpire's mistakes vastly benefited the Padres in last night's game because the Cubs stupidly lost both of their challenges in the first 3 innings.
Third inning.
Matthew Boyd totally botched one when he realized it right away.
Oh, dude.
On a pitch that was not a strike, tapped his head, and then immediately regretted it. Goes, that's on me.
I was waiting for him to do it. No, there was a bug on my hat, and I was swatting it away. I had to readjust my cap.
And then they lost the second one, and they did not have a challenge the rest of the game. And there were, I want to say, 5 to 7 pitches that could have easily been overturned, including a glaringly obvious strike 3 on Ty France.
Oh, my God.
That ended up turning into a walk and continuing a rally for the San Diego Padres. So, and I mean,
by the way, you're not doing the umpire any favors by pointing out all the extra calls that he got wrong that night, but just couldn't get called out on it because, they ran out of challenges in the third inning.
You could see by Esteros behind the plate, just like seething a couple of times going, I can't challenge this because we have no challenges. It was clearly was a strike.
He blew one too. He blew one too. Yeah.
That's why the second challenge they lost it. And then they had so many that they could have challenged later in the game that they did not have a challenge for.
Legitimately a different baseball game. Legitimately.
I think so.
It's a different game. They missed so many.
In much more of an impactful way than the one foul ball
Big
call.
time.
That we have no idea what Matt Shaw was going to do on the next pitch. Again.
More.
But we do know that those calls, I think, directly impacted the game and helped the San Diego Padres.
And while it's frustrating to me to watch Fernando take pitches in and not challenge, because I feel like this happens to him a lot, they're really judicious about it, and it feels like there's been a directive. Manny said he's done. He's never doing it again, which I don't believe, but he was so bad at it earlier. I think Fernando looks and goes, dude, Manny's like, 1 for 6 on these. I'm not doing this. I'll just take my chances. But I thought we've been great at it.
I feel like I have felt most of the season like I wish they would be a little more aggressive. They're like so passive, especially early in the game. But here's the counter argument. Cubs got too aggressive, lost both of their challenges, and it absolutely hurt them later in the game. I think the first time I've really seen a game impacted by a team losing their challenges early in the game this season since the advent of ABS.
We benefited greatly from it last night. Where do you guys stand on the personal achievement? Because I think after listening to guys over the years, and Mason Miller is just he has the perfect attitude. Like, I promise you, he's not driving into work going, oh man, like I blew my scoreless inning streak. He is like, got the dub. That's all I care about. Where do you guys stand? It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Not even in the slightest.
That he
has to start a new streak. I don't get, like, I'm not looking at that foul ball as like, oh my God, it's not Galarraga's perfect game. Like, that's one that is brutal. This is like, all right, so start a new streak. You're Mason Miller. You can do it. It just doesn't bug me too much. I like the dubs, dude.
I think
That's
I'd
what
be more
live
upset
for.
at a blown strike call that ruins like an immaculate inning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those just don't happen very often.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It
was fun to watch.
Personal achievements and things like that. I think he's such a team guy.
Does anybody else not expect him to start like another 20 inning streak
100%.
like immediately?
Well, yeah, Beef says to lose it in that way just sucks. Well, he didn't lose it in just that way.
I think for me,
he gave up a dribbler. Like, Mason Miller can get out of that anytime.
Yeah, and he still could have gotten out of that inning. He gave up the hits. It was not totally undeserved. I think with Mason's streak, we've seen other pitchers go, oh, you went 13 scoreless. Yeah, you danced out of 4 bases loaded jams, and you got a line drive double play that helped you out.
His was so dominant.
Mason's 34 2/3 inning. There was like no chance of anyone scoring at all.
I get it.
And then this was the first chance. And you're like, would have been nice for Mason Miller to get a good break after being so dominant for 34 2/3 innings that maybe one of those that ground ball could have found a glove to a double play as opposed to finding the hole. He actually got a little unlucky. Usually guys get super lucky in a streak like that. Mason really never got lucky. He never needed to for the entire 34 2/3 innings. It was simply dominance. And the first chance where you could have gotten a little lucky, well, he didn't get any luck on that one with a bad call,
that's a good point.
A grounder that found a hole, and then a ground ball, to score the run. But that does happen. That's why those streaks are rare, because it is not that hard for a team, a professional team,
to score a run,
every, 20, 30 innings. It's going to happen. And it happened to Mason Miller in the way you probably would expect it to happen. A little bad luck, a bad call, and a ball that found a hole, and one line drive single that was a legit single by Dansby Swanson, I think, turned on a hard pitch and made a nice swing on it. It's going to happen.
Those guys are pretty good too. Over there as well. So it's a good team you beat last night. Keep it rolling. Now you got a chance to win the series, which is, again, that's what we care about. We care about winning series. We haven't lost a series yet this year.
Yes, we have.
Oh, the first one.
Two.
The first two. We haven't lost one since.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like 6 or 7 in a row. We split one.
I think
it's been very nice. A month of April has been a good one for your San Diego.
I was paying half attention to a game over the weekend, but during the pregame show, Mariluz and Pomeranz, they were talking about the month of April, and I swear I heard something like the Padres are up there winning percentage-wise with like the greatest month of April of all time. That was heading into like Saturday's game. There was like the only team with a higher winning percentage in the month of April was the 2001 Mariners that won 116.
I know the 84 Tigers got off to an incredible start, like 35-5. I'm not sure how many of those 5 losses came in April, but
most of their losses came in March.
They did. They've actually, I think more of their losses, even at this point, have still come in March.
Crazy.
In which they started on March 26th than in April, which they have now played almost the entire month. We'll come back. Don't Do This is coming up next. I know a lot of Padres fans went up to Anaheim at the start of the last road trip.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully you didn't bring anything back with you other than souvenirs from the ballpark.
And quite a conundrum at one of my former alma maters. You guys see this news yesterday? Gambling.
I did see that. Yes, we will get to that coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to talk about my friends at Trajan Wealth. I did not realize that I had an old 401k from a previous job, and I did not realize that even though I was just kind of letting it sit and grow and I thought I was doing fine, that you're oftentimes charged higher fees for those old 401ks than you need to be paying. They explained it to me. David, my advisor at Trajan Wealth, explained what was going on. And now I am in a much better position as I look toward retirement, hopefully in, 15, 20 years, whenever it is. Make sure that you are in good position as well by checking out your finances with Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth helps people turn retirement uncertainty into a plan. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors work with you to build a retirement strategy designed for real life, not just best case scenarios. They are right here with offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if this is something you've been meaning to look into, or you just realized maybe I should look into it, go to TRAJANwealth.com or call 619-367-0207 to talk with the team. 619-367-0207 to talk with the local team right now. Or, again, just go online anytime at TrajanWealth.com. TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Other services through Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax. Paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't do this on a Tuesday. Brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Well, I know a lot of Padres fans, thousands of them, enjoyed Angel Stadium in Anaheim on the recent road trip, supporting their Padres as they took 2 out of 3 over the Halos. But unfortunately, if you were there and maybe got some concessions from the stand in section 432, you may have been subject to a rodent infestation and droppings.
Oh my God.
Because health inspectors in Orange County, 3 days after the Padres left, shut down section 432 due to a rat problem. Apparently, they found ceiling holes that were giving rats access between concession stands at Angel Stadium, and they found droppings in different areas of the concession stands. Obviously, that's a health hazard.
Oh my God.
Shut it down, health department, and that's unfortunate. Now, Angel Stadium, I think, is the 4th oldest ballpark in baseball.
That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, and it's an urban area in Southern California, so you got to imagine that that's not an isolated incident, but unfortunate to hear.
It's one of those situations where you're disgusted, you hate it, you don't want any part of it as a fan, as a customer. But I also, there's a part of me that's like, is it normal to like expect them to be able to keep rats out of a place that big with that many people, with that much stuff going on, with that much garbage? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
you got to be proactive.
I was going to ask if you guys were rats, wouldn't you live at Petco Park? I would live there.
Yeah,
that's where
that
I
would
would
be the spot.
That would be where I congregated. Was Petco Park? There's food everywhere. There's gonna be food everywhere.
People just throw all their stuff on the floor.
Think about it. Think about it. My son's dropped full hot dogs on the ground at Petco Park.
I mean, we've seen critters certainly at ballparks in the past.
Birds and skunks, cats. Cats will make their way out there. It's always
it's a good spot for the wildlife, and the rats are no different.
You know, I didn't go up to section 434 when I went to the Big A, but I found it to be one of the cleaner, better ballparks I'd been in. So, just really, really good, really good stuff there from Artie's Angels. This is a crazy story, man. This broke yesterday. Texas Tech, one of my former alma maters, Texas Tech transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby. It's one of the top returning players in college football. A lot of guys have moved and gone to the portal. This is Texas Tech's quarterback. He checked into a residential treatment program yesterday for a gambling addiction. Now, that in and of itself is a do this. I've got a problem. I'm going to address it. And But what it does is it obviously sends a shockwave through.
Yeah.
NCAA, sports gambling, obviously is very prevalent in our society right now. And he has made, apparently, allegedly, thousands of online bets on a variety of sports via a gambling app, which, again, will jeopardize potentially his eligibility with Texas Tech. You know, I hate that we're all wired this way. But I know we all are. Oh, investigation's coming down, so you went to rehab. Right? Like, that's the first thing I thought of. And I don't know that that's the case. I don't know that that's it. Like,
isn't checking into rehab for gambling addiction also just a total admission of fault? Like, well, yeah. You're just saying, like, there's no way you can be like, well, I wasn't betting while playing, but I'm also checking into a gambling
rehab. No, he
rehab.
does not have an interpreter. So it would be tougher for him. They have all of his, they have all of his records. They got him dead to rights.
He actually placed the bets.
The good news is there's no accusation of like working with gamblers to throw games or anything like that.
But boy,
mostly low-level bets. I think he just kind of got
slippery slope.
He kind of started betting, and he was probably headed on a really bad path. Now, NCAA rules are clear, though, and because of this, you would think he's almost certainly going to be ruled ineligible, which means Texas Tech's going to need a quarterback. I know their backup's coming off an injury.
They said their backup, Will Hammond, is coming off an ACL tear in October. He's not even expected to be ready for the season opener. He's week 3 at best. And there's some, I read yesterday, there's some rule about the portal right now. They cannot get a transfer. It's got to be a portal, or they risk like paying a tremendous amount of money, their coach being suspended, all kinds of fail-safes are in place for this thing. But listen, at the end of the day, if he did do this for the right reasons, good for him for addressing a problem, and hope he gets the help that he needs. But it's bad for college sports, I'll tell you that.
Finally, a don't do this moment that turned in to a do this moment.
DD mega do
happened in the Rays Guardians game in Cleveland, where Daniel Schneemann hit a 2-run home run to left center field, bounced around into the hands of a young Guardians fan.
Well, first, a guy caught it,
almost
and then
did it. It bounced out of his hands.
Off the stomach.
Yeah, and it bounced over to this little girl who was picking it up when the guy runs over, the guy who dropped it, and like yanks it out of her hand, and then proudly shows, "Hey, look what I got on camera." Well, of course, TV cameras caught this. And then they caught the little girl in tears with her family. The parents weren't too happy about it as well. And they saw this on the Rays broadcast, I believe, the visiting Rays broadcast. And credit to their sideline, their Bob Scanlon, as it were, the Rays reporter who went out and brought a ball out to the little girl and the family. To Ryan Bass is his name, to make sure that everyone was having a good time at the ballpark. Now, I think 4 innings later, the guy who took it away probably was starting to look at social media.
You saw him on his phone, like,
treating him very badly, and he went and offered it back to the family as well.
He did too?
He did. He did offer it back at some point after being shamed over and over again.
Mercilessly mocked.
The mom after the game made a long post and thanked the Rays reporter for doing that and how nice it was.
We appreciate you all even more. Thank you all for helping prevent my husband from catching an assault charge after the
game. Kidding, kind of, she says. Kind of. That's really sweet.
Sounds like everyone went home happy except for the Guardians fans because they lost the game 3-2.
And that guy is probably feeling like a big turd this morning and last night. Like, I'm so sorry.
Well, and the cameras don't necessarily, they may not catch you apologizing, like going above and beyond, be like, I am so sorry, I blacked out there. Like, they don't get all that.
No.
So you're just like, everyone thinks I'm the biggest.
Jay-Z said the guy was doxxed 10 minutes after it happened. So yeah, be careful. Be careful out there.
And that is don't and do this for a Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Speaking of dugout reporters, I saw someone in our chat earlier said that Bob Scanlon mentioned us last night.
He did.
Bob is filling in for Tony Gwynn Jr., who is filling in for Mud this series. So it was Don and Tony on TV and Jesse and Bob on the radio.
Did
And
not know that.
someone said that Bob brought up the Ben and Woods show during the broadcast last night.
Do we know when it was?
Didn't
I'd be
catch
happy
the
to listen
reference.
to it.
I don't know
What time
when
did
it
you
was.
get the tweet?
This was in our chat
Oh, in
this
our chat.
morning. Someone
Okay.
said that Scan had talked about the Ben and Woods program.
that's really
Not
sweet.
sure what it was in reference to. So if anyone knows or knows what inning it happened in, Paulie could pull the audio and we could find out.
That's how desperate for attention we are here on Ben and Woods.
Right.
Desperate for validation and attention.
Like I
Did he
don't
mention
think
he
they
mentioned our
ripped
name?
us. Like I
No.
don't think Scan was like, hey, by the way, I know it's the middle of the third
Ben
inning
and
here,
Woods
but
are
Ben and Woods are a bunch
terrible.
of fat idiots.
They're
Like
terrible.
I'm sure it was complimentary, and we're like, we need to hear it.
Did he say I'm a Ben fan? Did he really say that?
I did not hear that part.
See,
I
now
did not
I'm
hear
mad.
any of it.
Now I
I
need
don't
to
know.
know.
I have no idea what
Paulie,
he
if you
said.
could go listen to the entire broadcast and let us know what
All right.
happened, that'd be
We'll be
great.
back in about 5
All right,
minutes.
Paul's pretty fast. We'll see if he can come up with it. Coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little.
Please don't.
What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods back with you on a Tuesday morning.
We got Paulie on mission.
Yes,
right
a couple
now.
of missions.
Couple of missions.
We have Jesse Agler joining us at 8:35 on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it is better, but we have pulled the audio from last night's broadcast after being pointed out that Ben and Woods got a mention. The chat always comes through. Someone is always listening, and they were. And Paulie found the audio when Jesse and Bob were discussing the long history of the Chicago Cubs. Was this in the first inning or the third inning last night? The Cubs date all the way back to 1876, which means 2026, their 150th anniversary of Cubs baseball.
Incredible.
And because Jesse is Jesse and he's so smart, he knows there is a special word for a 150th anniversary. It's a sesquicentennial. And he mentioned like a centennial is 100 years. A sesquicentennial
is 150.
Is 150 years. And he mentioned that. And Bob Scanlon, doing the game's color commentary in for Tony Gwynn Jr., who's on TV, very impressed by that.
First pitch to Bregman, fastball strike on the inside corner. Just for like the perspective of that, that's how old the Cubs franchise is. The Padres will not get to their 150th anniversary until 2119. Here's the 0-1. Bregman takes low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you've planted the seed for some future broadcaster to bust out that word, Jesse. And I hope they reference it. I hope they keep this recorded.
Tony Gwynn the fifth in 2119 at the ripe old age of 75. Pitch outside, 2-1. Gonna have a great conversation about the Padres sesquicentennial.
I thought that might have been a word that Ben and Woods put you up to getting into a broadcast or something.
Real word involving the Cubs' 150th anniversary.
Something tells me that you'll somehow still be on the radio working 2 jobs
during the Padres
sesquicentennial. Yeah, you're like
2119.
Sorry, I have to leave right after the show. I've got to go down and cover this swimming event out at a pool out in La Mesa. All right, Ben. See you later. It's like my kids. Still be working with Ben Higgins, grinding out 2 jobs, 18-hour days like he does. But no, thank you, Bob, for that nice mention.
A couple other Padres notes from last night. Jeremiah Estrada reports increased velocity on his minor league rehab assignment. He is eligible to come off the injured list. Not any plans immediately to bring him back, but he said he was throwing between 95 and 97 miles an hour. Of course, he had dipped down to like 92 when they shut him down and sent him down to get some rest and then some minor league rehab. Sounds like the rehab.
And tamales, he said. He lost all this weight. It's such a good lesson for all of us out there. Maybe we're actually better a little bit heavier, right? Just a little bit heavier. He lost all this weight and he was doing all this fitness stuff. And then he's like, I throw 5 miles an hour slower. Let me eat some of my grandmother's tamales, which I guess he housed a bunch of them because he put on 7 pounds like immediately. And look what happens. Velo jumps back up. Be comfortable in your own skin. Stick with what's working, right? Stick with what's working for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever a bad thing to be in shape and be healthy.
It sounds like in this case it is,
but
it's better. The unhealthier he is, the better he was.
Yeah, I don't think a few tamales is going to turn him into an unhealthy person.
Correct.
Just needed a little bulk,
get a little size
meat
back
on his bones.
Yeah,
to get back to where he needed. In other news from the minor leagues, not as good news. Cale Fountain is going to miss the rest of the season after shoulder surgery.
Oh, no.
Ran in single-A prospect, one of the top 10 Padres minor league prospects, ran into the outfield wall in Lake Elsinore. And is going to be
for
out
all
for
you
the rest
guys
of
out
the
there
year.
that like to hustle and play hard. This is what happens. Take a breather for a second.
Play it off the wall.
Play it off the wall. You're fine, dude. Turbo. Now we're missing you for the whole year. That's a real bummer for a young player. And again, we know how shoulder surgeries can go, man. You hope he can. I mean, he's young; they heal quickly, but get him back healthy next year. But that's a real drag. Good kid.
Ben Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Would you like to, after traffic, get to our MLB reach around? It was a limited schedule on a Monday, but there were some other games, including the Dodgers were in action last night, so we can go through the rest of baseball.
Then before that, let's get to who in the chat. Janine told us about another Jesse Agler moment.
Did you already find it?
He found it.
Okay, I thought it was going to take longer.
No. We got it. This was in the first inning of Saturday's game in Mexico City.
So it was described to us as that Jesse had an Uncle Teddy moment.
This is unbelievable. I had just listened to
You
it.
got it
I've
all.
never heard Jesse like this.
Oh, yes.
Strap in if you want to hear Jesse Agler ripping umpires.
Like Uncle Teddy would.
0-1 pitch is swung on, popped up, foul ground, third base. Manny all the way over into foul territory, running out of room, slides, tries to make the catch, and
dropped it.
Could not squeeze it. In and out of the glove. Nearly a great play over there. And how about the third base umpire, Rob Drake? Absolutely no signal whatsoever. Did not make a safe call, did not make an out call. So basically, Rob Drake, no reason to exist on this play. We would have done just as well with no umpire as we would have with Rob Drake. That's an incredible bit of professionalism. Wow.
Man, he went a long way to get to that. And if he makes that play, it would have been a terrific one. Playing at the shortstop position, couldn't quite come up with it.
Here's the 0-2. Carroll takes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You can hear it in his voice. Listen.
Couldn't quite come up with it.
Here's the 0-2. Carroll takes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I get that Rob Drake is 5 feet away, but guess what? We're not. And the guys in the upper deck, the guys in the right field bleachers, also not 5 feet away. They can't see it. Here's another 0-2. It's in the dirt. Just make a safe side.
Make it easier on all of us.
That's your job.
Oh, my God.
Spicy Jesse.
You, sir, are a moron.
On this play, we would have done just as well with no umpire as we would have with Rob Drake. That's an incredible bit of professionalism. Wow.
Was he suffering from Montezuma's revenge or something? Like he was losing his mind. Oh,
We may need to save that for Jesse's
Oh, I
commentary
don't think
coming up
there's-
in an hour here.
I don't think there's
Sir, you're a moron.
any question that will be the very first thing we ask.
That's kind of all I want to hear
That's
from
really,
Jesse
yeah. I
about
don't.
now.
I'm good with analysis. We're fine.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's amazing.
That was a rant for the ages. From Jesse, you don't expect that.
I mean, if
We
I'm
say-
Rob Drake and I know Jesse Agler at all, I feel terrible because,
We say
well,
we'd be, but you have no purpose to exist or something like that. It's
Play it
like,
again.
Absolutely no.
here, I'll play the whole.
Yeah, play the
Could
whole-
not squeeze it. Foul territory, running out of room, slides, tries to make the catch, and
Dropped it.
could not squeeze it. In and out of the glove. Nearly a great play over there. And how about the third base umpire, Rob Drake? Absolutely no signal whatsoever. Did not make a safe call, did not make an out call. So basically, Rob Drake, no reason to exist on this play. We would have done just as well with no umpire as we would have with Rob Drake. That's an incredible bit of professionalism. Wow. Here's the 0-2. Carroll takes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I get that Rob Drake
Oh
is
my
5
God.
feet away. But guess what? We're not. And the guys in the upper deck, the guys in the right field bleachers, also not 5 feet away. They can't see it. Here's another 0-2. It's in the dirt.
Eric says it's like
Just make a safe side.
Make it easier on all of us.
Eric
That's your
says
job.
It's like your favorite teacher from middle school who never gets mad, finally loses it.
Yeah.
Enough! I've had enough.
Wow.
now does Rob Drake not want to show up Manny Machado by right in his face going, safe, he didn't get it, he didn't catch it. And he was just trying to be casual, like, it's Manny, you know what? I'm not going to just belabor the fact that he did not catch that one.
I don't know. I didn't see the play, but
I remember the play now
Make a
that I
play.
heard it. Yeah, he went a long way to try to make a sliding, tough grab.
yeah,
And
it's his job to make those calls.
it is.
I don't think Manny's going to get mad if he's like, safe, dropped it, right? Like Manny's used to that. So I don't know. That is fantastic stuff for Jesse. All of us get in those moods, right? We all do.
Oh yeah, but you
Where-
just never hear it from Jesse.
Yeah, you never hear it from Jesse. I actually pretty much live right in that domain. That's kind of my baseline of pissed off, just kind of edgy.
That's your
like,
average temperament.
my neck is like searing all the time. That's kind of baseline for me. Blood pressure up, heartbeat up, sarcastic and pissed off is pretty much where I live.
There's a lot of sarcasm from Jesse.
That was incredible. It's one of my favorite calls ever. There's clips we need to pull from that.
All right, we will check traffic and then look around the rest of baseball to wrap up reach around the rest of baseball.
That's right. Thank you.
To wrap up hour number 2 next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Chula Vista to National City, brake lights northbound on the 5, past Plaza Boulevard, a better ride. It's your Safeway reliable route. San Diego traffic, I'm Joey Vlasny.
Traffic brought to you by Caltrans Asset Management. Caltrans Asset Management work continues this weekend on northbound 805 with the closure of all lanes from State Route 52 to Miramar Road on May 1st at 9 p.m. to May 4th at 5 a.m. Expect delays and use Interstate 5 for travel north of University City.
They're doing the reach around. They're doing the reach around. Everybody's doing the reach around. Need to get the sales team on that to sponsor the segment.
It's actually a really
Is
good
anyone
idea.
going to want to sponsor this segment?
I mean, if I owned a business, that would be the one segment I want to sponsor.
You come up with the business that's an ideal fit for.
Orchids of Asia.
Our reach around Major League Baseball begins at Dodger Stadium. No, I'm sorry, Uniqlo Field.
Yeah, Uniqlo Field.
Where
Call it what it's called.
The Padres were 1 out away from moving back into first place last night, where the Dodgers trailed 4-2 going into the bottom of the 9th inning, pulled within 1 on a Shohei Ohtani RBI double. It was 4-3, bases loaded, 2 outs. Kyle Tucker delivers the walk-off 2-run single to cap the 3-run rally as the Dodgers beat the Marlins 5-4 to remain a half game ahead of the Padres in the NL West.
Just a matter of time for Kyle Tucker.
What?
Breaking news
What?
in baseball
What?
during
What?
the MLB reach around.
Alex Cora fired again. No, it is a firing. Wow.
Alex Cora hired.
The Phillies have fired Rob Thompson, according to The Athletic.
Wow.
Don Mattingly will be the interim manager until they hire Alex Cora.
Donnie Baseball.
I added the Alex Cora part.
His son, Preston, is high up in the front office there. Nepo dad.
Former
Don
Padres
Mattingly.
front office
Yes.
member came up in San Diego. Preston did before moving on.
Wow.
He's the vice president and general manager under Dave Dombrowski.
Yeah, under Dombrowski.
Who's president.
Can we tap into Philly Sports Radio at some point today?
Sure.
Yeah, just tap in.
Our buddy John Marks, I think, is on the air right now.
Yeah, we can tap in to see what Marks is saying.
So quick, though, on the trigger, both the Red Sox and the Phillies.
Once you do it in Boston, that's when nobody wants to make the first move, right? To look like the idiot, right? And they're like, let Breslow take the fire there. And then once they do it, you're like, well, we're having worse year than those guys are. Let's go ahead and pull it right now. Carlos Mendoza better be sweating right now, dude. It is pretty dire in New York as well.
Now, remember, this worked out very well in 2022 for the Phillies, who got off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Fired Joe Girardi, promoted Rob Thompson, and he took him all the way to the World Series. That's the year they beat the Padres in the NLCS. So maybe they're thinking, hey, lightning can strike twice, and now Don Mattingly can take over for Rob Thompson, and we can rally and turn this season around after the Phillies have gotten off to the incredibly slow start. I don't know that that's lightning that generally does strike twice. And I've heard the same speculation. Alex Cora, Phillies, Alex Cora, Mets, possibly
sit on his ass, collect $13 million for another year and a half. I think.
And if you've got both of those teams potentially bidding for you, you can make a huge killing as a managerial free agent.
Timing is spectacular for him.
But there has not been. I heard this stat yesterday. There's not been a manager who has managed two different teams in the same season since 1991, when I think it was Buck Rogers managed the Expos, got fired, and then finished the year managing the Angels. But it's very rare nowadays. It's been decades since someone gets fired and then gets rehired in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
Partly because I think managers make so much more money now. There's no reason to go ahead and get a job that quickly. You're going to get paid, as Alex Cora is, for the remainder of his contract. Why just immediately jump into another job? Why not wait and see what your situation is until the end of the season, when you might have multiple bidders if you do want to get back in? So I don't expect Alex Cora to jump in anytime during this season for a team that's already, 10 games under 500. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like liaison or like a bench coach or whatever. Like
probably
elevating the bench
next
coach.
year.
And
94 WIP.
Because it makes no sense, because you're still trying to salvage this season. That's why I feel like that was probably a conversation that was being had, but you have to weigh that against trying to salvage this season. Because if you bring in Cora right now, in my opinion, you're basically giving up on the season. The season's over with for you.
Why?
Yeah, I think Cora could have saved this, but he's not here. It's Don Mattingly right now. I'm going to be fascinated to hear what the plan is. And I think the question needs to be asked, is Don the manager for the rest of the season, or is interim just mean, for today, tomorrow, and the next day?
Yeah.
We shall find out.
Thank you. Good stuff.
I suspect rest of the season.
Bill, good point here. This happens all the time. We just talked about it with Rob Thompson. Boston's now 2-0 with their new skipper. Is it Chad Tracy?
Chad Tracy, yes. They won yesterday over the Blue Jays 5-0. Beat Dylan Cease. Ranger Suarez has gotten off to a terrible start.
Yeah.
8 shutout innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. So huge start for Ranger Suarez. Cardinals rallied for 4 in the 9th to beat the Pirates 4-2. They were down 2-0. Got back-to-back home runs from Pedro Pajes and J.J. Weatherholt, and then a 2-run double by Jose Fermin to turn that one around and win the game. Yankees beat the Rangers 4-2, same score, all home runs. Aaron Judge, his 11th. Ben Rice, a 2-run shot, his 10th.
So good, dude.
And Jazz Chisholm, who didn't have one at this time last week, now has 3. He's gotten hot. And
has Witt hit one yet?
I don't know if Tatis is
it
the last
Toddy and Witt right
major
now?
player that still doesn't have one. Twins over the Mariners 11-4.
He's got one. Damn it!
Cody Clemens 3-run home run, 5 RBI. Rays beat the Guardians 3-2. Tampa has won 5 straight, and the White Sox rallied back, then held on to beat the Angels 8-7 Angels have now lost 8 of 9, starting with those last 2 against the Padres.
Brutal, man.
I thought maybe they were going to be good.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong. Sorry about that, Angels fans. All right.
We tried.
We will come back. We've got Take on Woods in hour number 3. Jesse Agler all ahead. Don't go anywhere. It's Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods. 97.3 The Fan. Ben and Woods. Ben and Woods. Ben and Woods. And Paul Reindl, our executive producer of the program. Sometimes I feel like it's just Ben or Ben and Paul in this case. You guys have any idea what I'm talking about?
Not at all.
It's very...
it is the name of the show.
It is?
Yeah.
It is.
Are you mad that you're not first?
No.
It's been 8 years.
Never. I would never.
Sometimes it's an ampersand. Sometimes it can be the word and.
Yep. I like a plus, too.
Ooh, I
plus
will
sign.
say, sometimes in my work, when I'm titling something or whatever, sometimes I do go back and forth. Is it better to do Ben A-N-D Woods or Ben ampersand Woods?
Yeah. I like the ampersand.
I do
myself.
too.
I like a plus sign as well. I do. It doesn't bother me. But I had asked you guys a question this morning, kind of a throwaway question. And it's awkward because, well, you notice on social media, some noted Padres influencers have been getting, free stuff and gifts and things from Fanatics.
Right.
Mm-hmm. In fact,
as have we.
So we, all three of us, a month or so ago, I got a big box sent to my home. I said, oh, wow, crazy.
Right.
From Fanatics. I feel very important.
In fact, I got it, and Fanatics also has a partnership with Topps for
Yes,
baseball cards.
that's right.
I literally thought, did I order a huge box of baseball cards that I forgot I ordered and am about to get killed at from my wife?
Correct. Yeah,
It was like $500 worth of, it would have been that much baseball cards.
But I'm looking around on social media and I'm like, oh, everyone's getting these boxes and they make these videos. And I went, oh, cool. Well, then we got one and I went, ooh, that's pretty sweet. Now, the stuff that they sent originally, not stuff necessarily for me, it was kind of a lady's hat. My wife took that. But the thing I like the
I'll wear
most,
a couple of them. There's
we know you wear.
we know
ladies'
you
hats.
will. You will wear clothes. You'll wear clothes out of a garbage
black on
can.
black
I get it.
Padres hat that I wore playing golf this last
Yeah,
weekend.
it's for ladies. That's the ladies' hat that I got as well. Correct.
I gave it to my
ladies'
wife.
hat?
Yeah, your wife is wearing it. My wife
did
wears
not
the
know that.
ladies' hat. Yeah. And no one's surprised by this.
Well, what did you think of the second box?
So let me get to that. So the coolest thing was there's this big wooden home plate, the box that it came in. It's amazing. And you slide the top off. So Bo keeps all his cards in it. And it's awesome. It's a perfect thing for baseball cards. And so I was stoked. Well, then I started to see again,
Another wave.
Another wave. And I'm seeing, I don't know, Padres and Play Dates or Pimp Lord or whoever it was. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And of course, the timing, spectacular with City Connect stuff. And I said, oh, sick. So I asked you guys, have you guys gotten the second round? And you both said what?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
No.
You didn't get one. Why not?
I'm the only one.
But you got the first one.
Yeah.
You got the
We
first
all got the first
Now
one
you've
like
been cut
the week of
off.
opening day.
I didn't get it.
I got mine like
About a week and a half
2
ago.
weeks ago. Yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
So I can probably expect after that round is finished, is my guess.
Are you mad?
I'm not mad. I don't get mad about things like that. I'm confused. So
were you?
So did you? But you guys didn't.
If anyone doesn't deserve it, it's me.
Agreed.
I definitely do not
Agreed.
disagree with that.
Now, did you?
I'm the least influencing of the influencers in town.
Did you? I'm sitting here racking my brain. I don't remember you guys being like, "Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben. That's amazing. Just got this from Fanatics. Let's see what's inside." I don't remember a video.
Well, there's two.
See, Sean says you have to make content. None of us made any content for the first one.
Well,
None
for
of
the
us.
second one,
We don't even know why
there
the
was
first
a
one
couple
showed
of City
up.
Connect jerseys. I already had one that the Padres brought us on the first day.
Right.
So I don't need to wear I already have a City Connect jersey.
You're supposed to. That would be a thank you though for the nice stuff that they sent you.
So
Like,
if you're listening, Fanatics, did you hear what he just said? Thanks, but I don't need it.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Send it to me. I'll appreciate it.
Fair enough.
How do you get it and I don't?
I don't
You
know.
didn't make any.
what was it? It was a jersey and a hoodie and a hat. It was pretty sick.
Cool.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
not
a blank
gonna,
jersey.
I'm not going to specifically make like a video. Hey, I'm wearing my new Fanatics gear. That's
Benny,
not me.
Benny. That is literally
that's the point.
The only
That's the
point
only
of them
reason.
sending it to you.
I might wear it around town and you'll see me in it. That's what I'll do. Like, you can see me in it occasionally wearing it in real life and go, hey, there's Ben. Look at that. Oh, he's wearing that gear, right? I should get some of that gear.
It's happened to
That's
me.
probably all. That's the extent of what I'm going to do.
I feel like this happens to me a lot.
I mean, when they send
A
Hollywood
lot.
celebrities and, they get free stuff all the time.
Oh, you know what?
They're not expected, like baseball players. You should see the boxes of free stuff they get in the Padres clubhouse.
It's bananas.
None of them make videos. They're just hoping that maybe someone
They
will
will wear it,
organically get seen.
Eat
in
their
it.
candy bar or whatever it is.
Like
yeah.
when Yu Darvish is wearing a Ben and Woods shirt around the Padres clubhouse, I didn't expect him to make a video thanking us for the Ben and Woods shirt. I was just hoping he would wear it. I thought that was the
And he
same.
did.
If we put it in a
right.
wooden home box plate with a letter that says, hey, if you happen to post anything, please use these hashtags, then I would expect him to post it.
I just find
thought
it
just wear it, and that's that's thank you enough. If I occasionally wear the gear,
I think I figured it out.
What?
Is there any chance that it was delivered and somebody thought they were baseball cards and hid them from you?
No. No, there's no chance. And we have, if somebody, porch pirated it, we have cameras.
I meant Hannah.
Yeah, I know. But like if somebody stole it, I don't know. I just find, again, it doesn't bother me so much that Paul got it because he's young and he does social media or our social media and stuff. That makes sense to me. It bothers me that you got it. It really bothers me that,
in that case,
that
I'm
you
good.
got it. It really, I don't, I'm like,
Yeah, I agree.
Why him?
I
Him,
agree.
Who literally probably opened and went, I already have one.
can I exchange this?
Can I sell it?
Regift it for sure.
I'm not mad. I think I'm just hurt.
They gave it to the guy that doesn't even log into Ben and Woods social media.
Never, ever, ever, ever has he responded to a message. He doesn't even respond to his own DMs on Twitter. Do you know how many people DM me to DM him? Hey man, would you let Ben know that
Yes,
I found
I get
this?
those too.
It happens to
Well,
me
I don't accept
all.
DMs on Twitter.
You
That's
have
why.
DMs off.
I have them off.
Why?
Unless we're following each other.
I have that on my Instagram. Yeah.
I just turn that off.
No messages allowed.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I'm the concierge of San Diego, I guess. But yeah, I mean, well, we have a Instagram as a show, right? Ben and Woods Instagram,
right?
And we get DMs there all the time, and I lots. And it's sometimes it's a question, sometimes it's just, hey, love you guys. Sometimes it's you suck, whatever. But
hey, did you see this foul ball play from last night?
yeah, exactly. Yes, I saw it. Got it. So we have the DMs on there. You could, if you wanted to, answer DMs in that thing. So I think that's why it bugs me that they're sending you stuff because you don't care.
Just feels like the intern should do that.
There is no intern.
Well, there
I
should
am
be.
the intern. You're looking at
You're
him.
a good intern.
You are looking. You're looking at him. You're looking at your intern right now. Well, so how's the stuff that you got?
Again,
So we think I'm out. We think it's over, right? That's it for me. It's been too long.
Oh yeah, this wave, yeah. You missed.
How did I get on the do not fly list or whatever, the no fly list?
Would you like me to give you my box that I'm not using? Happy to do that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me.
Can you include hashtag thanks Ben?
Hashtag thanks Ben for the thanks Fanatics. Thanks Ben. Here's a practical question based on events of this year so far. Is it possible? Adam has something to do with this. Our boss, Adam Clue. Is it possible?
I don't see how. Did he?
I don't know.
Did he contact Fanatics and say cut him off at the knees?
If there was only there was a history of him doing stuff like this.
Oh, right. He thought, well, Ben's really the better influence. He's on television.
Is it?
He's the better influencer.
I'm just asking the question. Is it possible? Where you would have asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said no chance.
I mean, I'm anchoring the news on Friday. Should I do it wearing Fanatics gear as opposed to my usual suit and tie?
That's how you get more, I bet.
I feel like that would be
a cool move.
Go.
Hey. Since you already got a jersey, I just figured I would take this one.
Is there a chance? No, because the last one came to my house too. I was gonna say, is there a chance it's here somewhere? No, it came to my home.
I was sitting on my doorstep.
Is it possible Hannah just took it and it's all in her closet right now?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I'm home before her. I'm the package guy. Trust me.
You're the package guy.
Yes. Big package
Big
guy.
package.
Huge
Woods
package
got it.
guy.
Big package
Big
guy.
package guy. So, all right. Well, hope you guys enjoy your stuff. Good for you. You and Pimp Lord and DSG and all the other influencers in town. I will just go F myself. How about that?
I mean, I know this is
jealous.
this is the opposite of what Fanatics wants to hear. But
sucks to suck, dude. Don't forget me.
But it doesn't make you a better Padres fan to have more
I think it does.
gear.
I think it does.
Just tell me how much you care about the team.
Yeah, K-Law, DSG doesn't even live in town. They live in another city.
Really?
Yes. You're sending it to the other cities before you send it here. Now I'm mad. I was disappointed. Now I'm mad. And I love the DSG boys. This isn't you guys did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. My sights are set on Fanatics.
Fanatics doesn't care where their influencers are. You can be anywhere.
Yeah, I'm here in San Diego. I'm taking my sweatshirt off because I'm pouring.
Do you have some gear under there that we need to see? Okay.
My belly. I'm roasting now.
You are upset.
This really got you.
It did. Well, enjoy it, guys.
I mean, I remember I texted you guys when I got I got mine first.
Yeah, I didn't even sweat it. I just
and
figured mine would be there the next day.
I think that happened the first time too. I got mine on a Tuesday. Your guys showed up on a Wednesday, so I was like, "Oh, keep an eye out. I guess it'll be there tomorrow." And here we are, like 10 days later. It still never showed up.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll listen. Here's how I roll. I'll forgive, but I do not forget. I do not forget. They own Tops.
You're not mad at me, right?
Yeah, I'm furious at you.
Well, I didn't do anything.
They own. That's exactly why I'm mad at you. That is exactly why I'm mad at you. Is because you didn't do anything, and you still reap the benefits. Well, I do stuff and get nothing. So that's why I'm. Yes, that's it. You nailed it. I didn't do anything. I know. I know.
Exactly.
You've been not doing anything for 8 years, and you're still reaping the benefits. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
All right. Well, sorry.
Paulie, they own Tops.
They're at least official partners.
Does that mean I'm putting a boycott on Tops? Because that will be the end of my life.
We know that's not happening.
Holy cow.
They already have their hooks in.
All right. Enjoy, guys.
If you missed the breaking news.
If they send you baseball cards, I'm going to flip out. Just so you know. If you're like, I got a bunch of cards today. These look great. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind.
To decide what to do with them. Right now, I'm leaning toward giving them to Paul.
That's a great idea, Ben. That's why you're always my favorite.
It's so good. Didn't this happen remember when this happened with SDFC? And everyone in town was like, yeah! And they're like, we were
the jerseys. Every media member in San Diego got a jersey.
Everyone. And we were like, wait, what about us? And they finally brought it in. Remember Mikey Morris came to the Christmas show.
Yeah.
So good.
The Christmas miracle.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, I guess.
I mean, I have noticed lately that people have been cultivating our influence more than usual.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some gift cards yesterday.
Dude.
Big Jim's roast beef in Pacific Beach.
Let's get it right.
I believe it's Big
Jim's New England roast beef.
Haven't been there yet. I looked it up on the web. Now I'm kind of dying to try it.
So can I be honest with you? When Scraby came in, he goes, man, we had a tier one came to our event in PB over the weekend, a watch party, and he dropped off an envelope for you guys. And I go, oh, it's an envelope. I bet it's baseball cards. No, it was gift cards. And it was Big Jim's New England roast beef. And I went, I'll be honest. I went, what? Never heard of this place.
Now, if it's New England clam chowder, sure, I've heard of that.
But I'd never heard of it. So I'm always quick to mock when I haven't heard of something. So then Paulie, we go in the prod studio. Paulie pulls up the sandwiches. I start salivating. And I'm like, oh, my God. How long after did I talk about it? On the whole walk down, I go,
beef.
Benny, I go, I gotta get a roast beef sandwich, dude. I got one. Jersey Mike's ordered it in the car to be delivered to home. yesterday.
See, that's not the influence he was hoping for.
But
Big
now
Jim,
Big Jim, I wasn't making my way to PB yesterday, but you can rest assured after seeing the food on your website, you got me. I am 100% in. I just got to find the time to get down there. Everyone's saying it's bomb, dude. They love it. So, yeah, thank you for that gift card, too. Very kind of you. Thanks for you thinking of me, Big Jim, with your New England roast beef.
Quickly, if you missed it, the breaking news in baseball just before the top of the hour, confirmed by Jeff Passan, the Philadelphia Phillies have fired Rob Thompson as their manager and replaced him with Don Mattingly on an interim basis. And according to the Phillies, no plans on replacing Don Mattingly. This is not a 2 or 3 day temporary assignment until they find a new skipper. He's the guy, at least likely for the rest of the season in Philadelphia. Do you think the Phillies and the Mets, who have gotten off to the bad start, do we need to worry about either of those teams in the playoff race? Still?
Yes. 100%.
You think that they could still come back?
There's so much season left.
I feel like,
dude.
too.
There's so much season left. And you got to think the Phillies offense will figure it out at some point. I'm sure Philly fans are tired of hearing it. And you have to figure that the Mets will start to congeal a little bit, too. Is that the right word? Come together. You know, I think they'll
congeal.
congeal.
That is the right word. It just has a bad connotation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Coalesce, maybe, is what you're looking for.
Coalesce? Are you sure?
I don't think you want your team to congeal.
Don't you?
Just sounds bad, right?
It sounds bad, but I think it's really good. It means
congealed means transformed from a liquid or soft state.
You guys are solid,
or
and now you're
semi-solid
semi-solid mass. Typically by cooling, so that's kind of, you don't want them to cool off. Maybe that's a terrible word. What's the word I was looking for?
Cohesive?
Converge, coalesce.
Come together. Coalesce doesn't sound great either. Anyway, let's go to break.
All right, we've got a game of Take on Woods coming up next. If you want to be our contestant, music, movie, TV trivia with a chance to win the field level Padres tickets for Memorial Day, call now 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll play our game coming up next. Just 2.5 influencers here on San Diego's number one.
Just call it 2. Call it what it is. Just call it 2. It's fine.
Number one sports station.
There you go.
97.3 The Fan. It's my job to influence you, though, if you're trying to lose weight. To head to sdfatloss.com and check out the program in which you can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. Like I did. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, and I have kept that weight off for 3 years now by following very simple strategies without relying on the GLP-1s, the expensive, maybe $3,000 to $5,000 a year, the injections that you can really never get off if you want to keep that weight off. You just have to keep taking them over and over and over again, and you're likely to lose muscle. Your metabolism goes down. With sdfatloss.com, your metabolism goes up, your hunger goes down, and you can keep the weight off permanently like I did. Set up your free consultation by going to sdfatloss.com. They will explain how the program works based on real food, portion sizes, eating at the right time of day. No exercise necessary to lose the weight either. If you were worried about that, no, I didn't exercise once in the 2 months to lose the weight. You can do it as well. And right now, take $200 off the program. During their spring special, you'll be a new you by the time it gets warm here in July and August in San Diego. If you sign up today at sdfatloss.com, that's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Got Jesse Agler joining us at the bottom of the hour. Irritated at umpires, perhaps still. Jesse, we'll talk to him about that, give him his Incorporator award. But right now, let's get to it. Turn around and leave because we're going to play a little Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. Let's check out Chris here. Chris, you there?
I'm here, Benny.
All right, let's do it. Let's play a little Take on Woods. If you beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for this month's grand prize, field level seats for the Padres-Phillies game on Memorial Day. And you get your choice of categories. It's movies, TV, or music. In movies, we've got the good stuff. 5 movies with good in the title. TV is House Calls, 5 TV shows with house in the title. And our new music category is called, and it's a little different, That's Just Me. It's all 2-second songs, but we've pulled the insulting part of the lyrics from the songs, and you'll have to identify the songs and artists from those insulting lyrics. So, movies, the good stuff, TV, House Calls, or music, That's Just Mean. Chris, what would you like to play?
Let's see here. The music is tempting, but I think that's just too much in Woodsy's wheelhouse.
Okay.
So let's go with the good stuff.
The good stuff, movies. All right, we haven't done a movie category in a few days. Today on Take on Woods, we are looking for 5 movies with the word good in the title. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question's the 2-second movie clip. Polly will play a short clip from a movie. You need to identify it just based on that clip. Chris, you ready to go?
Ready to go.
Polly, you've got the movie clip. All right, he's queued up.
I'm
The
ready.
category is the good stuff in movies. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Chris. Let's take on Woods.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want the
A few good men.
Correct. Matt Damon stars as a self-taught mathematical genius from South Boston and also won a screenwriting Oscar along with Ben Affleck, for which 1997 breakthrough hit.
Yes. Pass.
An unlikely relationship between Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt earned both actors Academy Awards, for which correct. Clint Eastwood teams up to search for buried gold during the Civil War, in which classic 1966 spaghetti western.
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
Correct. George Clooney wrote, directed, and starred in which 2005 black and white movie about CBS newscaster Edward R. Murrow and anti-communist.
Good luck and good night.
Correct. Let's go back to Matt Damon stars as a self-taught mathematical genius from South Boston and also won a screenwriting Oscar along with Ben Affleck, for which 1997 breakthrough hit.
Robin Williams and oh my God, why is it not coming out of my head?
You're gonna be mad.
Good Will.
Oh, you were going to be mad, but instead you were going to celebrate because that's 5 out of 5, and you have qualified for the grand prize. Chris, stay on the line. Paulie will get your information after.
I guess
Woods.
technically he got the fifth one reversed.
Right. Oh, did he say it the other way around?
He did.
Oh, he did. All right. Well, we'll see how Woods does. I did not catch that on my headphones. I heard the words correctly.
Controversy?
A little controversy.
Maybe.
We may have to replay the tape. All right. Movie category today. Okay. No category for Woods. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Chris.
I think I'm entitled.
That's a few good men.
Correct. Matt Damon stars as a self-taught mathematical genius from South Boston.
Good Will Hunting.
Correct. An unlikely relationship between Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt earned both actors Academy Awards.
As good as it gets.
Correct. Clint Eastwood teams up to search for
Good,
buried.
the bad, the ugly.
Correct. George Clooney wrote, directed, and starred in which 2005
Good
Black
Shepherd.
Incorrect. F. You should have waited. You had plenty of time.
Wait.
See if you know this one. You've got 4, but George Clooney wrote, directed, and starred in which 2005 black and white movie about CBS newscaster Edward R. Murrow and anti-communist senator.
Good morning,
Joseph,
good afternoon, good night.
Good night, and good luck.
Oh, there you go.
Which Paulie thinks Chris said good luck and good night, and I didn't hear him.
Did he
twist
also
it around?
How about the audio? Do you want to hear the audio?
Yeah, let's go back and see what he said. George Clooney wrote, directed, and starred in which 2005 black and white movie about CBS newscaster Edward R. Murrow and anti-communist.
Good luck and good night.
Oh, yeah, he switched it around. Well, it doesn't matter. 4 is good enough. So even if we don't give that to Chris, he still qualifies with the tie. So congratulations, Chris. You are into the drawing.
Good luck and good night and good luck.
It's good night and good luck,
That's
not
right.
good luck and good night.
Semantics.
No, it's
No,
a
we wanna-
different title entirely.
We want to be accurate.
It's fine.
4, but I feel good that he qualified.
Yeah, me too.
And you sort of knew it, but you didn't wait long enough.
Yeah.
What's the Good Shepherd?
I thought it was another Clooney movie. Is that a movie? The Good Shepherd?
I think it was a TV show at some point.
Hold on. The Good Shepherd.
Mikey, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey,
Yeah, The
Davey,
Good
Jimmy,
Shepherd,
Tommy, Joey,
2006.
Robbie, Johnny, and Brian.
Matt Damon, Angelina Jolie, Robert De Niro.
I see. He took Good Will Hunting. Took him forever. He was like had to come back to it.
He's like, oh,
really?
Thinking,
Robin Williams.
It's like he knew the movie, but he could not think of the title.
Oh man, that's greatness. Hey, at least he qualified, and I don't take an outright L, so I'll take.
Neil says, "I called it fair. It's not reviewable.
Yeah,
unlike
that's right.
Unlike baseball, we can review the tape and go ahead and make the accurate call at the end."
Everyone's saying, "I didn't." How's that a choke? It's a tie. You guys all love soccer. That's a result.
It's a draw. We call it a draw.
I got a result today. Okay,
got a point.
Yeah.
We've got Jesse Agler coming up next. The incorporator word has been chosen for him. He will find out what it is when we come back with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
In and out of the glove. Nearly a great play over there. And how about the third base umpire, Rob Drake? Absolutely no signal whatsoever. Did not make a safe call, did not make an out call. So basically, Rob Drake, no reason to exist on this play. We would have done just as well with no umpire as we would have with Rob Drake. That's an incredible bit of professionalism. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
We knew
Wow is right.
We knew Uncle Teddy, and now we have Uncle Jesse.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Like Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, like Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse. We will talk to the voice of the Padres, Jesse Agler, give him his incorporated word and ask him if he's calmed down a little bit since Saturday. Coming up after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop and go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
All right, joining us right now, and I'm sure he's a little uncomfortable with that audio, but he was absolutely 100% right. An umpire's job is to make a call on the field so everybody in the stadium is aware of what the call is. Jesse Agler joins us here on 97.3 The Fan. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, guys. So this is a
calm down, Jesse. Jesus, God. Settle down. Take a deep breath. Just calm down.
So So this is becoming a thing among announcers. This was for my guys around the league, because we've all been talking about it the last couple of years, because it's becoming more and more of a regular thing with the umpires. And it's not a one-off. And I had a conversation very recently on this road trip with another guy. I'm not going to say who, but we've all been talking about it a lot the last couple of years, because it's happening more and more, where it's a lot on like down the line home run or fair foul calls.
Yeah.
It's a lot on foul tips at the plate. Was that a swing and a miss, or was that a foul ball? Where they think it's super obvious to them, so they don't make a call. And it's like, well, that's great with you being a foot away, super obvious. What about us? What about the guy in the upper deck in right field? What about, 80% of the stadium who's not right there? And it's like, just put your hands up, make a call. And so that one was particularly egregious. And beyond that, we were in a weird broadcast position in Mexico City, because, that stadium wasn't set up to house as many broadcasters as were there. So it was like a complete blind spot. I couldn't even see Manny at the end of the play. So it was like, just give me something, anything. And the dude turns around and walks away.
Oh my God.
And it's like, what are we doing? Just do something, anything. And so I was like, you know what? This is the moment. And I was like, we're going for it here. And that was it, and it's like, we just, all we ask for is a little something. You have to make a call. And again, I understand that, to you, the umpire right there, it's obvious, but to 99% of the people in the building, it's not obvious. Some people are cheering because they think Manny made a great catch, because to them it looked like he made a great catch. Just give a foul sign, give a safe sign, like he didn't make something. You got to do something. Now, last night we saw a guy make a very demonstrative call. Also a problem. Because if you're going to stick your nose right in it and be very, very, very demonstrative, fair ball, we got to make sure you're right. We gotta. Oh, that was a tough one. I
didn't even think to go pull your audio on that one.
Yeah, I didn't either.
We didn't even think about that.
The craziest part is, like Tony and I joke about this all the time, we are by far the most umpire-friendly broadcast in Major League Baseball.
I agree.
TV
I've
or
heard
radio.
others. Yeah, I've heard others.
We give so much love to these guys on a regular basis, but of course, anytime you get upset about something, it's going to be far more noticeable than when you don't. But it is what it is. We love the umpires. We give them a ton of credit every single night. But the whole don't make a call thing, it's got to stop. I might call Major League Baseball on this. I might put in a formal complaint on this one, because it's got to end.
Now, Jesse, I don't know if you know this, but I host a men's mental health group. It's called The Work. We meet once a month, just a place to be heard. And you're more than welcome to come in, sit down. And I think people would get a real kick out of it. But, listen, just the resources there if you need it. Yeah, just the resources
Jesse
there
would be
if you need it.
So sane there.
It would be packed, by the way. Jesse Agler's coming this weekend.
It's fairly close to where Jesse lives, too.
It
so
is.
It'd be very convenient.
Nice
Hey, listen, like I said earlier, Jesse, what you were there is what I live in. That's my baseline pretty much all the time. Just annoyed, pissed off, sarcastic. Boy, you would hate calling games for Little League where they make no calls. Or they let the other dad go, I think he was out. And they go, okay, he's out. Like, you want to, and you're not allowed to say anything because apparently screaming at a 14-year-old is frowned upon. So you just have to choke it down. It's very, very difficult, Jesse. But, man, this team is playing some really good baseball. They're catching some breaks. Some breaks finally went against them the other day, blowing that big lead. But, man, they're playing good baseball. Got to be fun to broadcast.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And, it seems like there hasn't been a boring game yet this year, which is kind of cool from, the broadcast standpoint. And I'm sure from you guys talking about it every single morning. It's a good team. It's sort of like a lazy sounding take, but it's sort of the reality. And the obvious thing is that, they're winning as many games as they are without getting, optimal production out of some of the really big names. And it's because they're a good team. And they've done so much, executing in the big spot, which is fun. I think offensively and defensively and from a pitching perspective in so many of these wins. Last night I think got a little bit loose and sloppy at times for both teams. But generally over the course of the season, they've done what they've needed to do in most moments, which is so fun to watch. It's just like a team going out and doing what they're supposed to do in a moment. And it's just been great. Like it's been a really, really good month of baseball, and there's no reason to think that, it's not going to continue that way.
Jesse, I've been a fairly strong proponent of wanting to see the Padres and all teams use their challenges a little more aggressively, but last night's game was the counter argument because the Cubs lost their challenges early after the third inning, and it definitely came back to bite them in the butt. I thought that was an interesting aspect of last night's game.
Well, it was definitely interesting. And look, I'm with you. Like, teams for sure need to be more aggressive about it. But the Cubs were foolish, I think, in the way they did it yesterday. Like, there's a way to be more aggressive about it without doing it the way they did it. The first one was laughable. It was the pitcher doing it first batter of the bottom of the first inning.
Oh, my God.
Like, that's like, you can't do that. And as soon as, in fairness to Matthew Boyd, you saw his reaction. Like, the second he did it, he was like, oh, God, what have I done? It was like that kind of reaction. So he knew immediately that it was a mistake. And then the second one, it was a rookie 20 games into his career, just kind of in a spot where I would imagine they're going to circle back with him and be like, hey, that wasn't it. That's not the place. If we have two challenges, maybe you can do it there. But, one of the things we kind of realized during spring training was, one of the most important pieces of this whole ABS system is when you're down to one, early-ish in a game, your team has to be incredibly disciplined about remembering that. And it can be easy, right, in the heat of the moment, to forget, hey, we only have one left. And it's the fifth or sixth inning, and you're in a good battle at bat, or you're in a moment that to you as a hitter feels like a big moment. But maybe if you step back from the team perspective, you have to remember it's not the biggest moment of the game. And you go to challenge one because you're like, man, I really want this at bat. And you're like, oh, crap, like that was it. And so everybody on the bench has to remember and keep reminding each other. And I know for the Padres, one coach is responsible for that. Hey, remember, we only got one. We only got one. We only got one. And the Cubs were obviously, not as on top of that last night as they should have been. And there's no doubt, it came back to bite them. That was a really big deal.
It came back to bite them, Jesse, like 7 times. There was one to Ty France. It was like, oh my God, dude, they would have killed for a challenge at that point.
But conversely, I think it was in the 7th inning, Freddie Fermin getting Michael Busch looking on a borderline one, but because the Padres had their two challenges, Fermin aggressively went for it. It ticked the top of the zone and
smile and laugh back in the dugout.
Helped strand Pete Crow Armstrong there at third base for Adrian Morejon.
Yeah, that's the strategy of the whole thing, right? And the ones I think that are really getting flipped a lot that we're seeing are those reach across calls, right? And that was one of them, I think. Fermin was kind of set up inside and he had to reach all the way up and away. And for the umpire, of course, that's going to look bad, right? Yeah. It's going to look like a ball, when the pitcher sort of misses his target by that much. But it can still be a strike, obviously. And it's funny because I remember a conversation a million years ago I had with Austin Hedges about that exact thing. And he told me, and of course, Austin takes framing and defense as seriously as any catcher ever. He used to tell me, he's like, I don't care if we don't get that call, right? He's like, if my guy misses the target by that much, he's like, in a way, I feel like we don't deserve to get the strike. But of course, in the ABS world, you're going to get that call. So those are the ones, that you're seeing getting flipped an awful lot because they look so goofy. So yeah, those are like sneaky ABS flips, where the catcher's set up all the way on the inside corner, has to reach all the way up and away, and you end up getting the call. But if you're on it the way Fermin is, and he's been so good with them, Campy too, you can be like, hey, I still think that was a strike. That's a great one to steal because it probably looks really bad to the umpire, and it probably looks really bad to the hitter.
Outside of the baseball games, your highlights from the trip to Mexico City, Jesse?
Oh, man, it's just such a cool city. We're lucky enough that was the second time we got to go. It's just different than anywhere in the world I've ever been. It's just so big, so vibrant. One of the cool things about it, this is just me being a nerd, is like for a big, urban, densely populated city, it's incredibly green. There's just billions of trees. Like big old trees, like large, lush trees everywhere on every street. And it's just such a cool place. You can just kind of feel the culture and the history everywhere you go. Food scene is obviously incredible. Had a wonderful meal on Friday night, the off day that we had there.
What'd you have?
It's a great place. It was like a steakhouse kind of situation, but a little bit of everything. I mean, they just kept bringing food after food after food after food. And I was feeling that for like 2 days afterwards in a good way. Just full. Like I felt like I was rolling around after the rest of the weekend, but it was awesome. I mean, it's such a great trip, and that stadium is so cool. And it's obviously such a vibe, and what the Padre fans have turned it into both times we've gone is, kind of laughably awesome, because it just feels like a Padre game. I mean, the Diamondbacks, you almost felt bad for them because, those were like technically their home games. Like they lost 2 home games to host, quote unquote, those games, right? And then, they're outnumbered in the stands, 100-1 basically. And then, they're playing Mason Miller's song when he comes into close on Saturday. And it's like, oh, okay. And it just, there's nothing about it that made it feel like a Diamondback home game. The only guy that got cheered for the Diamondbacks was Alec Thomas, who of course was on the Mexican team for WBC. His mom's from Sonora. And that was it. That was the only cheer they got in 2 days. Was when Alec Thomas got introduced a couple of times. And he homered, which was neat in the Saturday game. That was cool for him and for them, I'm sure. But I mean, outside of that, it was like you basically were at Petco Park. And it was just a party-like atmosphere. And, we get to see a lot of fans and talk to them. And it was just, everybody was like so happy to be there. And that obviously added to the experience in such a major way.
Nice to reap one of those advantages that's usually reserved for just the Dodgers most of the time.
Yeah.
Jesse, it's the 5th week of the Incorporator. That means we are on the letter E, not S for sesquicentennial, as you and Bob were talking about. We played that audio from last night as well. Paulie, if you would give...
He shouted you out. That's right.
Yeah, he shouted us out. Yep. Would you give Jesse his E word this week for the Incorporator?
Effluvium.
Effluvium. There's actually 2 different definitions you can work either in. Effluvium refers to an unpleasant smell, vapor, or noxious fume, particularly a gaseous waste from decaying matter. So like from a bog or a landfill or something, an effluvium.
Sure.
It also can refer to temporary hair loss caused by stress.
I have an addendum. You are not allowed to use scan in your description because he will never
no hair loss.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
No.
you cannot use scan in it. That's just my
Best
only
head of hair in all of Southern California.
There is no question. No effluvium there for Bob Scanlon.
Now, if Mud was
The
with you,
Yes,
go right ahead.
The anti-effluvium. That's exactly it. Yeah, that would have been too easy. Here's Bob Scanlon, the anti-effluvium, and then you're done.
The pitch.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
too easy. Too easy. Thank you, dude. Great spot today, and I loved that audio.
Listen, I love our umpires. I love them dearly. I respect them. But just make a call. Make a call.
Me too.
And
I have so much respect for the job.
And if Rob Drake complains, we will defend you as an umpire lover.
Correct.
Hey, real talk. There was a part of me that I was like, this guy's gonna be waiting for me in the booth.
I know you were waiting.
And I was like, I was fully ready to have the conversation.
By the way,
I was like, here's how it's gonna go.
Wally Backman did that to an announcer one time, but he was the manager, not the umpire. He came up into the booth and almost killed this guy. Just so
I
you know. Oh, yeah.
You know who that was?
Who was it?
Mike Janella.
Oh, my God.
Janella.
All right, that kind of makes sense then.
Thank you, Jesse. Jesse Agler on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We will come back. Final hour, Reindl Report, and more coming up next on 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Our thanks again to Jesse Agler. You can catch him and Scan again tonight at 6:40 as the Padres and Cubs continue their 3-game series at Petco Park. That's why yesterday's win was important. It was the best matchup the Padres are going to have in the series. With Randy Vasquez against Matthew Boyd. Much tougher the next 2 days. Tonight, Walker Buehler, who's been up and down, faces Edward Cabrera, who's mostly just been good for the Cubs since coming over from the Marlins in the offseason.
Do you care that he's on my fantasy team?
I do not.
Okay. I do have him.
I know that you're cheering against him tonight in particular.
I'm cheering for him to have a really solid 6 innings, and then we win the game late. Very
generally, the formula for Walker Buehler wins has meant quite a bit of offense.
The opposite.
Correct.
For the Padres?
Yeah.
Now, the Padres, what is it, 8 in a row that they've won when Walker Buehler and German Marquez have started?
It's pretty nuts.
Got a nice streak going with those guys on the mound. And a lot of them didn't look like wins when those guys were on the mound early in the game, but the Padres found a way to come back late. So we'll see how it looks. And then Matt Waldron going to pitch tomorrow in the series finale.
Not a lot of good numbers against one Edward Cabrera for your San Diego Padres.
No, I remember him with the Marlins shutting the Padres down pretty good.
Your best hitter against him is Jake Cronenworth with a 4.29 average. I mean, a couple guys have 2 ABs and they got a hit, so they're hitting 500. But Crony has a whopping 3 hits and 7 ABs against him.
Will be interesting to see if Manny Machado is in the lineup tonight after coming out of the game yesterday with a leg issue.
Decent night for Manny to take a night.
The only reason I wouldn't want him is he seems like he's red hot.
I know. He's 0 for 7 against Cabrera in his career, and again, not the most favorable matchup for him, but he does look pretty locked in right now.
You could start Sheets at first and put Ty France
back
over
at
third, who's been hot. If you wanted to give Manny a day off,
you could call up Sung Moon Song for someone too. But
you could
know who it would be.
It'd be tough for Nick Castellanos the day after he comes through to that be his last chance with the San Diego Padres. Yep. You could also not start Manny at third, but make him the DH. If he feels like he can swing the bat. He doesn't always have to leg out the doubles like he did last night. But so we'll be following that, and I'm sure we'll see what Craig Stammen does with the lineup later this afternoon.
Yep.
Right now, though, Paulie, take it away. Time for the Reindl Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul. All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah.
All right. All right. Happy Tuesday, gentlemen. What a Reindl Report. It's a story that won't go away. And we talked about it a little bit last week. I think when you were out, Benny, Woodsy and I, we talked about the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel story.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was over.
So did I. In fact, I thought it was over like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And this story, I think I said something along the lines of on Friday, like, I don't feel good about how much I have now been invested into this story because some of the twists and turns and internet sleuthing that has gone on
they'll get you,
has been unbelievable over the last few weeks now. And so this story just refuses to go away. And yesterday's
this one kind of takes the cake a little bit.
The internet sleuthing that went on in this particular wrinkle to the story, somebody found that a Spotify playlist exists created by somebody named Diana Rossini. And it's a collaborative playlist, which you can do on Spotify, Apple Music, I believe, as well. Woodsy and I have a bunch of collaborative playlists, stuff from the show. Like, hey, I added a bunch of songs. Let's add those to it. So I totally get it. And this playlist that was called Turning the Page.
Yes, after 4 losses, I believe, at the time.
Yes.
So when Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the
Tennessee Titans,
they lost 4 in a row. and his friend / paramour maybe sent him a playlist
on December 19th, 2022
called Turnin' the Page. Time to move on. Let's turn the page on those 4.
Did it include Bob Seger's Turn the Page?
Strangely enough, it didn't.
It didn't.
No.
Come on, it's a great song.
No, I put a screenshot up in our YouTube channel, really kind of all over the place with some of the song choices.
Yeah.
But so this account on Spotify, whose name was Diana Rossini, shared this playlist with another account named Mike.
Yep. Mike V, Titans coach, maybe.
And then it got even crazier when, so that started going viral. And then this person that put that out there also says, if I was trying to cover my tracks here, well, so then it said Diana Rossini, and instead of Diana Rossini and Mike, the collaborative playlist, and you know, this is one of those things where like, you never know what's real, what's been doctored. I'm just going off of what's out there and what everyone is talking about right now. It says Diana Rossini and Ty-Car instead of Diana Rossini and Mike. You know, we'll throw them off our scent
by putting Ty-Car.
Ty-Car, Tycar. What the hell does that mean?
What are the names of Mike Vrabel's children?
I'm glad you asked, Woodsy. Wikipedia says Vrabel and his wife Jennifer have 2 sons, Tyler and Carter.
Baylor. Tabo.
This is dumb.
So Mike,
it's so dumb.
Mike on Spotify changed his name to Ty-Car.
Whew, dodged a bullet there.
I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt when the story first came out.
Yeah,
Obviously,
same.
they had an affair.
Yeah. A long one.
All right.
A very long
affair. And, you know, it's
Possibly
it's their
involving
personal
children.
business.
Right.
It doesn't disqualify him from being a head coach in the NFL. And maybe, you know, as a reporter, it's not a good spot to put yourself in.
Not true, by the way. Teams do have rules
They do.
that you cannot have relationships with media members. Like, I don't know if the Patriots do or not, but
Some
team
teams
rules
do
have team rules exist.
But, I mean, you could definitely be accused of improper things if you're having the affair. But at this point, it's obvious they had the affair. I don't.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't leave the draft for counseling because he didn't have an affair.
Correct.
On the 3rd day. He doesn't buy his wife an expensive apology present for not having an affair.
Correct.
So whether they say it or not, at this point, we know it. I don't think we need to find any more breadcrumbs like Spotify playlists at this point. It's pretty dang
interesting.
obvious.
Give me the songs again. Because I saw God of Thunder by Kiss on there, and I
saw Last Resort by Papa Roach.
What was the story that you had about music at training camp or at a practice? Because some of the songs, I mean, there's some Beyonce.
So I feel like
some Sam Hunt.
I feel like she's at the top and he's adding to the bottom. He's putting in the.
Well, she added all of them.
She did. Okay.
It says who added
those are
each
his
song.
favorites because half of the bottom of the list was all played on his birthday practice.
It goes from Beyonce to Sam Hunt to Tiesto and Pink. And then it goes to some Chili Peppers, and then Last Resort by Papa Roach. Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses.
Photographed by Def Leppard. Excellent
God
choice.
of Thunder, Dance the Night Away, Renegade by Styx. So what was the nugget that you had?
All of those songs at the bottom, all the rock songs, were all played at his practice that he did on his birthday. By some reporter was like, I was there. The same thing. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And again, I'm over it, at this point.
They made a mistake.
They did. Next.
Yeah, there's also like some logic that would at least lead the question to whether or not Diana and her husband's other child is also potentially.
Oh my God.
Because 9 months before that kid was born, she covered back-to-back Titans games on primetime.
And that's none of our business. That's their family's business at this point.
I kind of agree and I kind of disagree. They are very public figures with very public jobs.
Yeah.
And this has caused a wrinkle into the workplace that has...
The fact that she's a reporter is just what makes it more difficult. And the fact that, he is supposed to be I'm sure he preaches accountability and all this, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. Pretty gnarly. Let's see here. Okay, this story is crazy. You guys told me about this one. Tip me off. Do you guys remember the Younghoe Koo botched field goal from like 5 months ago? It was back in December.
The worst NFL field goal attempt of all time.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and show it on the YouTube stream. It was just a regular chip shot field goal, and he kind of like stops short on his swing of his leg, and he kicks the grass in front of the ball and just kind of stumbles over it. I don't know what he thought, if he thought it was a bad snap or whatever. Pretty funny to watch. I remember actually seeing the highlight. You'd never really seen it. He completely just chunked the turf trying to kick this field goal. Well, this story is pretty nuts. There is a guy named Mark Toothaker.
That sounds made up.
Mark Toothaker.
Mark Toothaker.
Every name is made up.
I guess it's true.
He's like a big deal in the horse racing world, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So he is, how old is he?
Yeah,
He's
that's true. Yahoo Sports.
He's in like his 70s. I can't find his age here. 59. He saw this play. He just had a regular day, worked, came home, wanted to watch some Monday Night Football, and he watched that kick that looks like, Charlie Brown is how they're describing it. And he watched the replay over and over again, and he laughed so hard that it legitimately caused a seizure.
Yep.
Which is not funny.
That's not funny at all.
It's not funny.
Imagine laughing so hard that you seize.
He said, I've never felt anything like this in my life. I felt like I got electrocuted.
Yep.
His wife says happens to be a nurse at a rehab hospital for brain injuries. And so she thought he was joking at first and eventually called 911. Paramedics arrived, took him to the hospital, and a CAT scan revealed a tennis ball sized tumor on the left side of his brain. It says here, he says, when you hear the news, you've got a brain tumor. That's not what anybody wants to hear. He was transferred to another hospital, was, surgically removed, turned out to be benign. He was home by the end of the week. He is going to Churchill Downs, where he has a horse racing, I believe. And he said he would like to invite Younghoe Koo as his guest if he would like to be there.
So
wouldn't have learned about the brain tumor.
He said the kicker saved my life.
The kick.
So sometimes laughing at others' misfortune is a healthy thing to do, apparently. Can save your life. Mocking, laughing mercilessly, and ridiculing someone for their failure. Saved his life.
Guy had a seizure, Ben.
I'm now worried that next time I'm breaking Ben, I may have a seizure.
There's nothing funny about seizures.
There's nothing funny about seizures.
The guy had a tumor, a tennis ball sized tumor.
Please play it when I die. I have to have it. Do me that. Will you do me that service? Please,
Benny.
Do me that service.
It would be my honor.
Thank you. Make sure of it. Do it for 40 minutes. I don't ever want it to stop. I think it's the funniest thing of all time. It legitimately is my favorite thing that we do. It makes me laugh so hard.
It really does get me. Yeah, no, he said he had no symptoms, really. He had no idea that the tumor was there. It had moved a couple of millimeters, and that's what caused his seizure. He said it could have happened anywhere. It could have happened while he was behind the wheel of a car, and then somebody else could have gotten hurt, or he could have gotten hurt.
Sure.
He's very thankful for the way this went down, and
it was a funny field goal mix. It was
really was funny. I laughed hysterically.
All right, and finally, we will wrap it up. I believe we talked about this story last year for round one, but it's back. The Sperm Racing World Cup is set to take place next month. And I was just wondering if Woodsy have you been training for this?
Once a week, at least. Got to go Monday.
Again.
Last one.
Yeah, we did this last year, probably right around this time.
Yeah, they did it
up in LA, and I think some USC students kind of organized the Sperm Racing World Championships.
Thought it might be a one and done sort of thing.
So did I.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did not expect us to be here a year later.
Didn't they? I think we updated it too. They had a red carpet, the whole thing. They really made it a big deal.
Yeah.
This race.
Well, this year's 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup is set to take place in San Francisco. It says next month at a yet to be disclosed location.
Okay.
There will be 128 swimmers, each representing a different country.
Okay.
And they're going to face off on it's like a microscopic racetrack.
Sure.
And they're going to let them go, and we will have a winner for you sometime next month.
They have it on the big screen. They're numbered
under the microscopic projector.
They're labeled, the whole thing. And
it was developed by tech entrepreneurs Eric Zhu, Garrett something and Nick Small and Shane Fan as an entertaining way to shed light on declining male fertility rates worldwide.
Okay. That's a very convenient way to describe a bit that you and your friends were stoned and came up with.
First, you came up with the bit. Then you came up with
the reason for the
justification
Correct.
for holding the stupid event.
Now, my question, though,
this
is...
This year's World Cup, it attracted more
World
than
Cup.
10,000 applicants.
10,000.
Is there a prize for first
Yeah.
place?
$100,000.
$100,000.
Oh, well, that's why you get the applicants.
I'm
no
doing
doubt.
it for free.
You're paying.
I'm paying
to
to do it, to be honest. My question is, do you bring it with you
I
to
got
the
it all here.
Okay. To the bar or wherever it is?
It says the entrants are sent a kit for the sample.
Oh, okay. Like
which
the
will be
Cola Guard.
mailed back to California and processed through, quote, advanced
Why can't I do
lab
that?
techniques such
Don't
as
know.
incubation,
I'd rather be at home.
washing, and those steps isolate and prepare the most viable cells for the race.
KGDs. It sounds like a Madden tournament. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. A big Madden tournament. Everyone just happens to be nude.
Oh, there was a bar in PB that would always do goldfish races
Goldfish
on
races,
Wednesday
yeah.
night. And
My friend worked there.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Yeah,
the
they had
name
like
of it.
a little plastic gutter.
Yeah.
And you would just like use a straw and push the fish to the other
That
end.
seems like animal cruelty to me.
Yeah,
Paulie.
now maybe.
Do you want to
Maybe.
know if you're a gambling junkie, if you bet on that race, the one that Paulie was just talking about?
Yes.
But I bet you can.
You can bet on anything.
Bet on anything these days. Thank you, Paulie.
You're
Excellent.
very welcome.
Excellent Reindl Report.
All right, we'll take time out. Come back. An update on the managerial firing in baseball this morning. Get that to you coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, do me a favor. Race on down to Sedano Ford if you are looking to get in the car or truck of your dreams. Much simpler process, actually, than the one Paulie just talked about. But, yeah, you know, the brand, Ford brand, very very familiar and important to me and my family. Grandfather worked there for many years. We have driven Fords for a long, long time. I've driven many Fords in my day. But you got to check out the team at Sedano Ford in Lincoln. They're helping you hop into a new ride. And right now, the 2026 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback is $299 a month. And the future of trucks, I see it everywhere. The 2025 F-150 Lightning XLT is so sharp, $298 a month. The 2025 Ford Ranger XLT is $289 a month. And, of course, for the electric driving lovers out there, the 2026 Mustang Mach-E Select is $346 a month. So check it out. Manny's History of Service down at Sedano Ford and Lincoln. They are dealerships that you can trust here in San Diego. Let them know that Woodsy sent you. Please, when you go in for more details, you can find them at sedanoford.com. Once again, very easy. Go to sedanoford.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. So as we learned earlier, the Philadelphia Phillies have fired Rob Thompson, replaced him with Don Mattingly. Bob Nightingale says they did, in fact, offer the job to Alex Cora. He turned it down to spend more time with his family. I think he turned it down because makes no sense to take the job now.
No, it does
not. If it's there now, it'll be there at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And there'll be other jobs that are also open, which increases your value on the open market if you're a desirable manager, which I imagine Alex Cora will be. So, I mean, they have to pay him anyway. The Red Sox do after firing him. No rush to take another job at this point if you're Alex Cora. So no surprise that he didn't take it. And as you pointed out earlier, the Phillies now have the first father-son GM-manager duo in history. Preston Mattingly is the GM under President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski. Don Mattingly, his dad, is now the interim manager. And it made me start to think, how weird would it be to be your dad's boss?
My kids are both my bosses, to be honest with you. At this point, but
if you were Gary, like you hired Gary.
Oh, my dad's boss.
Yeah, like you hired Gary to work for you. It would be
icky,
that.
man.
See, isn't that weird?
Icky.
I can't think of,
Maybe they're just
hiring-
viewing it as like, because I think when you have a GM and a president of baseball operations, the president of baseball operations is the boss.
Is the ultimate boss.
So yes,
Hey, man.
like maybe technically
He definitely
Don Mattingly's
reports to
boss.
his son now, though.
He reports to his son.
He reports to his son, the general
He's
manager.
like, hey, Dave, real quick. I know Alex said no, and we fired, what do they call him? Topper. We fired Topper today. Cool if my dad gets a shot, right? And like, it's crazy to think about. Now, Donnie's managed before.
Sure.
Managed the Dodgers, the Marlins. And he's got experience, and I think that carries a lot of weight right there. And he's there. He's in the bench coach or whatever.
I mean, he's just the interim manager.
Yeah.
But there is a chance. Let's say it doesn't go well, like first couple of weeks, and players are going, we're not feeling it. And Preston has to go.
Pops.
Dad, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
That would be really tough then.
What would be harder, managing your dad or managing your kids? I think I would have a much harder time managing my kids than my
But you're
dad.
supposed to sort of be able to manage your kids.
One would think.
It's easier said than done.
Correct.
But that is at least the way of things.
But like in a real job. A real job where you're like, hey, dude, it's 9:30. What are you doing here?
All the time in companies, in sports teams where
the kids,
dad's the owner and kid, works in the front office somewhere. I mean, that is very common. It is much less common for the dad to be working for kid in a business situation like that.
My dad is a machine. I would just give him his tasks and set him free and probably not bust his balls too much, because that's kind of how he did with me. So that's what I would do.
You trust him?
I trust him. Oh, yeah.
Give a lot of flexibility and freedom.
Now,
Set your own hours, Dad.
Well, but I'd worry about it, the fudged expense reports and things like that, That's one thing I would be like, hey, how much was that dinner? Who did you
take? Was that all
dinner?
Clients?
Now, it wouldn't be like it was in Wolf of Wall Street or anything, but it would be, I'd be like, Dad, what's up with
I would imagine the real potential awkwardness, though. Don Mattingly, old school, Yankees, Preston Mattingly coming up in sort of the newer analytics where you have to have the conversation.
Every
Dad,
day.
I know this is how you did it, but this is how we do it with the Phillies now. Analytically, and we really need you to get with the program here with how we're setting the lineups. And he goes, no, I want so-and-so to be my cleanup hitter.
My
He's
gut
my power
tells me.
thumper. And he goes, no, we need him hitting second, not fourth,
Right.
Dad. You don't really have the authority to make the lineup here. You're just the interim manager.
It happened many, many years ago at Petco Park, but we were down on the field before a game. We were talking to somebody, and I noticed Preston Mattingly, and I said, "Who is that? Sharp guy."
Yeah, I remember that.
And remember? And they're like, "Oh, that's Preston Mattingly." And I'm like, "Of the Mattingleys?" He's like, "Yeah, because Don Mattingly was my favorite player when I was a little kid." And I said,
I don't remember who we were talking to. They're like, just wait.
They're like, "Yeah, whoever it was." They go, "Oh, dude, he's not going to be here long. This guy is on the fast track to success." And sure enough, man, it was like a year later. It was small promotion, smaller, bigger. And now he's running the Phillies essentially. So I'd say that's kind of a big deal. But he's sharp dude.
Probably will get his own team at some point as a president of baseball operations.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Of course, with the Phillies falling apart, that might push things back if they truly don't bounce back this season. But they don't think it's over. They're gambling they can still turn this around. And you said earlier, you wouldn't be surprised if the Phillies and the Mets still turned things around and became factors in the playoff race later this year.
No, I really, it would not surprise me even a little. I mean, every team's going to get on a hot streak at some point. Can you get on that hot streak when maybe a couple of teams above you are sliding a little bit and they're injured and things like that? I don't know, man.
I mean, the good news, if you're a Padres fan, is you've had your hot streak. You don't necessarily need another one. You just need to avoid a cold streak. If the Padres played 500 baseball for the last 130 some odd games left in this season, and there's a lot, but just play 500.
65 and 65.
86 wins.
It's not enough.
Which has been enough to make the playoffs most years.
It's not going to be enough this year.
National League
is gnarly.
Has been gnarly, but that includes, those teams that are now 9-19. If they get back into it, it will almost certainly come at the expense of some of the teams that are ahead of them. You got 4 teams that are at least 3 games under 500 in the East. So right now, that division doesn't look like it's going to provide a second wild card team. It would probably require the Phillies or the Mets to go on an incredible run. Where you're wondering is in the Central. The Reds, will they remain on the pace that they've been on? They're 18-10. They're a game and a half ahead of the Cubs. I have no doubt that the Cubs, I see them. They're a good team like they were last year. Should be in the playoff race all year long. Will the Pirates play as well as they have? 16-13 and looking like they might have staying power. Even the Cardinals are 2 games above 500. I don't think they have the depth and the horses to stay all season. They're just off to a hot start. I do think the Brewers at 14-13, they've weathered some injuries early. They probably will be back in the wild card race. So you have at least 3 or 4 of the teams in the Central that could be factors. And then in the West, I don't think the Diamondbacks are going anywhere. And certainly the Dodgers, and I don't think the Padres are going anywhere. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams for sure for 6 playoff spots.
Something's got to give.
Plus, if the Phillies or Mets decide to start coming back, they could make it an 8th or 9th team that are still in the race. Good news for the Padres and other teams if the Phillies and Mets don't find their way back at this point.
100% would be spectacular at that point if both of those teams fell apart. But because they went into the season huge threats to a wild card, huge. So if they can't get it back, if the ship is too far off course, Ben. That's when you really got to make sure you don't waver at all. Keep winning series, man. If you're the San Diego Padres, and you will be in such good position.
All right, we'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we can look ahead to tonight's matchup, game 2 of the series against the Cubs. Spin the topic wheel, get us to 10 o'clock as we continue on with our Tuesday with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Paulie, I want to thank you again for your generous donation to Bowen Taylor's Home Run Derby.
No brainer.
Just wanted to let you guys know the results are in, and I coach two teams. So I coach the A's in rookie ball. We raise the most money in rookies. So thank you again, Paulie.
You're very welcome.
And Paulie only. And then I also coach the Nats in minor B, and we had the most money raised for minor B for Encinitas Little League. Again, thanks, Paulie, because I know you donated to both. So just wanted to thank you for that.
You told me donations were closed, so I
closed yesterday, but on the day you got it was
right.
Very
I
much
didn't realize
still
there was a
active.
time limit. I was considering what amount I was going to give.
A lot of consideration.
I was giving it the due consideration. You don't want me to just randomly pick. I was thinking
I think they
hard.
did actually. I think
we
they
did.
wanted you to
I think
just
there was actually little
give something.
There was like numbers 10, 20, 30, 40.
And I was considering
40.
all those numbers.
Right.
And then you told me I did
landed
not
on
act
zero.
fast enough. I didn't realize there was a time limit on my generosity.
Well, once again, you're off the hook because we finished first for
Fantastic.
both. So
I'm glad I could lend the emotional support.
there was none needed. We just at this point we just needed financial support
to upgrade the snack bar.
That was
at
the only
Encinitas Little League.
That was the only thing we needed was financial support. And Paulie is the only one on this show that gave it. So thank you very much. We had a couple of tier ones sweetly donate too. Very nice. Thank you.
Speaking of financial support, no word yet on how much money San Diego State is offering their new player, but was reported yesterday by Mark Ziegler that they have signed a 23-year-old Croatian professional player by the name of Luka Skoric who is going to join the team next year as they try to replace all the guys who have left in the transfer portal.
Players like him were not previously eligible before NIL money.
No.
So that is the change in NIL money. It's basically making these players professionals, let's be honest. And now you can go and get actual professionals, guys that whether they were born overseas or there are players that don't get college offers and then they go, grow up here in America. They don't get college offers. They go play internationally. They still have college eligibility.
Now, there was a judge did rule that if you've been drafted in the NBA that you can't necessarily go back again. Like you've played in the NBA, you can't go back. But guys who haven't gone to college, G League guys, but guys who haven't gone to college and just went straight from, European high school into their pro teams can still come back and play for college teams in the United States. So Dutch taking a cue from other teams like New Mexico, who had that big European guy who I had like 25 and 28 points against the Aztecs last season. Said, well, if you're going to do it, we're going to do it too. And they signed Luka Skoric. They really need Luka Reboundich underneath more than Luka Skoric.
I was waiting for it. I saw it coming. As soon as I heard Skoric, I knew he was going to do something. I didn't know exactly what he was going to say, but I absolutely saw that one coming.
Man, we were so close to getting out of here for the day, too. So close.
One more time.
Luka Reboundich is what they need more than Luka Skoric.
It's a terrible joke that you make, but you're absolutely right.
The point is salient.
The point is very salient. The joke is not that bad. They are the weakest rebounding team I think I've ever seen, and I think Dutch complained about it after every single loss, and there were many.
They just never found a real answer for it. Even their big guys like Pharaoh Compton weren't pulling down the rebounds last season, so it was one area they absolutely had to improve, and hopefully this guy who's been battle tested against 32-year-old chain smoking Croatian pros going to be able to box out a little bit underneath against 18 and 19-year-old college players from, Colorado State next year.
Yeah, real quick, just since we're on the topic of San Diego State hoops before traffic, we never talked about it on the show. That graphic that I sent you, I think one of my buddies sent it to me. I think it came from Ziegler. The players that San Diego State has lost from last year's roster and the money that they are getting with their new schools. BJ Davis making 1.5 next year. Miles Bird at Providence, he's getting 2.5. Pharaoh Compton got $1.5 million. Magoon Gwath got $2 million to transfer. Taj DeGorville got $1 million. Miles Heidi got $1.5 million to go to Virginia Tech. And I'm looking at
that's why the Aztecs made the Final Four last year, because of all those
why they were so
incredible players.
That's exactly what my buddy, he sent that over to us and he goes, man, this Aztecs team must have been so good.
We must have been unbeatable.
No, they
how much the total on that?
Just on those
just about 9 million
on those players. It's 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12 million.
So for
6 players.
4 times the entire budget that San Diego State has to pay a whole roster.
So if a startup school was brand new, this is our first season, we got $12 million spent. They get those guys. How many games are they going to win next year? How many did we win this year?
Not going to win the tournament.
Not enough to make the tournament. That is insane.
And I knew as those players were leaving, one at a time, you start to hear some of the numbers. Seeing it in a graph like that all together, nuts. I was like, dude, the small schools are just dying. They are dying.
Apparently, there were some big schools that were recruiting Skoric, and he decided to go to San Diego State. Again, not sure how much money they were able to cobble together to bring him over. Of course, they've already signed some other players as well. Chance Gladden from Boston University, Nick Anderson from Rice, Jeremiah Bear-Cherry from Sacramento State.
That's the guy you said, aren't they glad? And they took a chance on him. This is going to be a long
And then LZ Harrington, Tay Simmons, and Latrell Davis, and Thakbor Majak coming back. So that's pretty much a rotation now. You got, 9, 10 guys, scholarship, NIL guys.
That's it.
You've got a roster. Are they any good? Well, got to coach them up, and we will find out, later this year if they've done a good job putting a team together.
Good.
All right, let's check traffic one last time. We can look ahead to tonight's matchup, Padres-Cubs. Maybe spin the topic wheel to wrap things up here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego westbound on the 94, solid slow from before the 805 to the 5. Santee, stop and go conditions westbound on the 52 before and after the 125.
Don't forget, tomorrow's a Big League Wednesday. Brett Boone should join us at 7:35 on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And then Thursday, 9 to 10, we've got our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable. I have yet to hear who our special guest is going to be for this week.
I believe it's our colleague, Tony Gwynn Jr.
Tony Gwynn Jr.
I think he's on for
is
this
that
week.
This week or next week? I know one of these weeks we're supposed to have Tony grace us with his presence. I will be excited to have Tony in.
Will you?
I will be.
You guys always have that good
I know.
beef.
We do have a
yeah.
little beef going from time to time.
Not like your baseball takes.
Really
Man,
doesn't.
He does not.
I don't either. So, I mean, I get it.
I guess I'm with it. I'm with it too. Yeah, I get it.
Team Tony.
I don't think old Schilty did either.
No, I don't think he did either.
No, it's weird.
I do feel like I'm right quite often.
We know. That's why we don't like a lot of your
sorry.
We know.
Here's a baseball take. Edward Cabrera tonight. Tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
Tough customer against the San Diego Padres. Walker Buehler will need to be at his sharper to keep up with Edward Cabrera.
Yeah,
6:40 first pitch tonight at Petco Park.
You went and deployed the A team last night to get that win, right? The Morihone, Jason Adam, Mason Miller combo. 27 pitches for Morihone last night, 21 for Mason, and 17 for Adam. I bet you he'd be fine. But yeah, Ron Marinaccio were ready. Brad Glay.
They were both up downs though.
Yeah,
Morihone came in, and then Adam got
Inning
that
and a
last
third, I think, for each
last out, and then came back for the next inning. So that could impact their availability.
Wandy Peralta, David Morgan, both fresh as well. So you're going to have to, it's a big ask. You need a little bit more length and girth from Walker Buehler. And then you're going to need to go piecemeal with the other guys you have. Mason Miller's probably fine.
Yeah, but you've given yourself two chances now to win
the series,
a series against a good team and keep the momentum rolling, which is what you wanted to do. Get your home crowd behind you. There were still a lot of Cubs fans. Padres may invade everywhere else. The Cubs fans continue to do well here in San Diego and throughout Southern California. Saw a lot of blue. It wasn't City Connect blue. It was Cubs blue in the stands at Petco Park last night.
I noticed that, and I just thought, I'm guessing we'll get some payback in June and July. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Padres fans at Wrigley.
We know at least 50 that are coming with us for those games. So you'll definitely hear us loud and proud at Wrigley Field later this summer. You want to spin the topic wheel here for us, Paulie, last couple minutes of the show?
Sure.
Or we can talk basketball, NBA playoffs. Good. Thunder sweep their series against the Suns. No?
Good.
We deal with this one a lot in this studio. Would you rather be too hot or too cold? I would rather be too cold.
I'd rather be too hot. No. Doing what? This job? I'd rather be too cold.
Just in general.
No, because it's different. This job, I'd rather be cold. I'd rather it be cold in here because it keeps me awake.
My instinct is always to say cold because I hate being hot. But when you are too cold,
it sucks, man.
And you can't get warm, it's one of the worst feelings. When you're too hot, you can kind of go through it.
Yeah, you wear it a little.
Stay loose. You kind of sweat a little bit. It's uncomfortable, but in
case you have to come in and pitch anything, so you're loose.
I mean, being hot is not the worst thing in the world. I dislike it tremendously.
Playing golf, hot or cold? Give me the heat every day.
I mean, if I know I'm playing golf and I'm going to be walking and moving, I'd say I'd rather it be a cooler day.
Cooler is different than cold.
But cold
playing
is
in
tough.
the cold is
if you're just cold and they can't feel your fingers and everything, it's no fun. It really isn't any fun.
Agreed.
So I think the answer is probably hot.
Cold in here, hot everywhere else.
Okay,
that's
fair enough.
Being hot in here makes me nauseous.
Like sleeping, I want it as cold
I
as
need
possible.
it cold. Yeah. My wife likes to sleep in a kiln every night. If she had her way, our bed would be a kiln. When she opened the door, we slid in to the kiln.
Do you not have like the windows open at night? I love having the windows open.
There's a dog that's nearby, barks a lot, and then I have a fan, one of those tall, skinny fans. And it's 3 feet from me, and it's set at 4.
Does it go back and does one of those rotates?
No, it does not oscillate. I don't want it oscillating because I don't like the feeling of the movement. So I just put it right on my face
the whole time. But then you kind of dry out during the night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No wonder you drink so much eco water.
You wake up, you're like, your throat hurts. No,
I don't like sleeping with a fan on my face. So I have the windows open on both sides of the house to create a nice breeze all the way through.
As you sleep on top of the covers.
Correct.
Right. Makes sense. Go ahead, Paulie, one more.
Being hot is not the worst thing in the world.
Sorry, I just had to go pull that when I heard it.
Just cut it at worst thing.
I've been waiting for this one. When you're tightening your budget, what is something that you will not give up?
Baseball cards, obviously.
Yeah.
No chance.
Tightening the budget.
What does that look like? No, I've done it.
Like I would.
What will I not give up?
I would never buy generic cereal.
Okay.
At the supermarket.
That surprises
no matter
me.
How much cheaper it is.
That surprises me.
I know it does.
Because you'll buy generic
But
socks,
I think there's a huge difference between like golden grams and golden squares.
There is. It's
just too noticeable to me to make the change. And anyone who says it's the same
thing.
stuff.
Gary Wood's mantra. It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
It's not even close. That Dr. Shasta does not taste anything like Dr. Pepper.
Mountain Breeze.
Mountain Breeze is not even close. I will always buy the higher end. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, I'll do
will
a
not skip
Costco
on
brand or a Trader Joe's brand, of things occasionally. But if I'm at
Trader
the
Joe's brand,
regular
sure.
grocery store and there's like the Kroger brand cereal or the actual Frosted Flakes.
You know what I will do, though?
I'm going to go with the actual.
I will buy janky mustard. I will buy janky.
Well, I can't do that either.
Really? You buy
really
French's
don't.
every time?
I really get the French's every time.
So mustard, I'm good with. Ketchup, I'm good with. It doesn't bother
You get
me.
Hunts?
I think I
Heinz?
get Hunts.
Hunts?
Yeah, we're a Hunts family, I think. I just grabbed the 69 cent
I don't like
one.
ketchup either way, but
I really
feel
don't
like
either.
it has to be Heinz for some reason.
Yeah. Some people like, but the mustard is what gets me. It's French's is $4.29 a bottle for the big bottle, and the other
it is mostly just vinegar and mustard
it's
seeds. You can't really change
$1.29.
it that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume other places like big vats at restaurants, they're not using the French's every time, so I'm probably used to having.
You're
the
used to
right.
having it.
Mustard's a stupid thing
It is
to have to buy the
fancy one.
Yeah, the fancy one.
I buy the cheap Worcestershire sauce as well. I don't buy Lee and Perrins anymore. It's too expensive. I buy
but it comes in that cool paper wrap.
Paper wrap. I know, but I have to have it. But I just buy the cheap one now. So that I will give up. But tightening the budget in my house is we'll work on it. But cards, I can't give up cards.
I will certainly.
I've baked it into the budget.
I will certainly price comparison between different cereals and go, I don't need this one. I can do the other ones on special, but it has to be a name brand.
It's got to be a name brand. I get
For
you.
sure.
Ben & Woods is a name brand. Don't forget it.
All right. Ben & Woods is done for a Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow morning again. Brett Boone on a Big League Wednesday. We'll talk Padres, Cubs, and more starting at 6 a.m. Braden's back. Frank's here. They are coming up next. For Paul Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. From all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.